What's up, guys? We're live. Day
Hello.
26. Get your cameras on, co-casters.
What's up?
Hey. Wow, day 26? That's crazy. It's
I
been
know.
been that
And it
far.
just means that we have 3 days left, including tonight.
Yeah,
and
but
then
those
we're on to the
playoffs.
playoffs.
Ooh, exciting.
Wasn't it just yesterday when we started this entire season?
I know, right? Like,
Yeah,
Yep.
but you know what? We have some very important matches tonight that will solidify some of the playoff spots. The one I'm really interested in is Code A because it's pretty straightforward, but we'll talk about that more. But tonight's game 2v2, that's also important, and it's gonna be a pretty exciting game.
yeah. This is a fun matchup, really. Old and gold and the little boys,
Okay,
the
so we're
youngins
gonna start with the 2v2s, right?
and the oldens.
Yeah, so our rule is typically, as much as we can, we start with the games that have the youngest players, right? So that, make sure they get it out of the way. If they have homework, get ready for bed, for school tomorrow. So right now, you don't get any younger than Little Reaper, so that's why he always starts it off.
Yes.
Yeah, 8 years old, the youngest here, and he'll probably remain the youngest until we get some new blood in here. Because everyone
Yeah.
ages. The other ones ain't gonna be taking
So
turns.
he's-
They're all aging.
So he should be used to it by now, that he always kicks off our evening.
Exactly.
So,
So, in gold, little boys, the old and gold are pretty ready for this. These are the map selections. Maybe we should talk about the standing.
yeah, playoff implications. So basically, if the little boys, I think little boys are already in, but I think there's some mathematical way for them to not get in. It's very, very low. But if
Okay.
they win, then it doesn't matter. They're in, right? Now, Old and Gold needs to win their last 2 games, including tonight, and get some help.
Yep.
Right, and so that's why it's still we still don't know the last 2 slots, and that's why we're gonna play it out tonight.
Okay. So essentially,
in the meantime-
for the
yeah.
little boys, if they win, they're automatically in.
Yeah, they're automatically in. I mean, I think they're already in because of such a weird scenario that they might not get in, which I highly doubt will
Alright, so
happen.
they're probably 99% in. Not
Yeah,
really
pretty much.
99%, but they clinch it to 100% if they win.
They win this tonight. Okay.
Yeah, because what happened right now, they have 4 wins. If you look at the standings, right now they have 4 wins. And if Benzel and Super Smurfers, or no, Benzel and Old and Gold, oh, you know what? Because of what happened
They
next week, I
can't,
think
yeah.
that might be it.
Never mind, I think they're in no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, because since Super Smurfers do not have a game left, nobody else can get 4 wins other than Benzel. So I think they're in. So now it's just a matter of Old and Gold to fight for that last slot, which
So
You
this
know?
is a what must win for them.
So they have to
yeah,
win.
must win for them.
The spoilers are the little boys.
That's right. So
Okay, War Bun Bun says they're in. Yeah, he did the calculation. Maybe he should be our statistician for next season. He should
Yeah,
take
maybe,
care of all the
well-
stats.
we'll assign him and we'll hire him for the to make sure these calculations are correct. But in the
Yep.
meantime, we can interview our players and let's bring them up.
The price for that it's so cheap.
Joining us now, they're actually trying to talk about their strategy, so they kind of put a halt in that real quick. But joining us now are Old and Gold and the Little Boys. How are you guys doing? Let's start with the Little Boys. I think based on our conversation, you guys are pretty much in the playoffs, right? And so I don't know if that's gonna change your strategy here or not. But how are you guys feeling for tonight?
Well, we're not really scared. I mean, it's just another game. We don't really mind losing because we're probably still in, but we're still gonna try to win.
All right. What about Old and Gold? We were talking about this. You guys need to win your last 2 matches and then get some help. And then, what I mean by get some help is for Benzel here, Sir Maligan, to lose their next game.
That's the
Right.
super team, right? The super team, Denzel?
That's the super team.
So, but how are you guys feeling? Have you guys been practicing? Are you guys ready for tonight? Because this is a must-win for you guys.
I don't know if we're ready, but I think we can do it. I'm relaxed. I'm in that state of I'm just gonna play my best StarCraft that I can and put some shock and awe into the little boys. You know,
Man,
make them feel some fear. You know,
Yep.
make them lose and they'll be like, whatever. But we'll feel good about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
you know, that sounds great, man. You're saying you're gonna play great games yourself, but this is a team game. You have to talk to your partner here, Sloza. How you feeling, man?
pretty good. We were just strategy. We were just talking about how to renovate our houses. So that's our strategy.
There's the strategy.
So yeah, no, we're here to have some fun, and yeah, we got a good team on the other side, and it should be fun.
So,
Yeah,
so real quick, did you just say that if they win tonight, and if Benzel loses to the super team, which is very likely, they're in?
Well, so the funny thing is, if Golden Gold wins tonight, then Golden Gold will face Benzel next week. I mean, yeah, on Friday. And so by mere fact that if they beat Benzel, they will win the head-to-head, and that's how they're gonna get in.
So they need
Oh,
to
I see. So
win
they have a
2 in
really
a row.
good
Okay.
chance. They just have to win tonight.
Yeah, so they just need to win tonight and beat Benzel's team, and that's who gets the last slot.
Wow, this is
There
so
you
important
go.
for you guys.
This-
And little boys,
Crucial game.
yeah, little boys, it doesn't matter to them. So let's ask little boys, Little Reaper, what do you think about winning tonight, ruining their chances for the playoffs?
Who would you rather play though, us or Benzel? That's really the question. Now it's the strategy part.
Well,
Let's
I think the last
You guys,
Yeah,
Go
Little
ahead.
Reaper, tell us.
They'd
What do
rather
you
play
think?
us. Yeah, I think.
Let's hear for the little one there. What do you think about your, tonight?
terrified.
Really?
What?
Mind games. There's mind games over there. That is.
I know, right? I want to see some exciting builds from you guys. So it's a good time to do that because you guys you don't have anything to lose tonight, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
Have
and we forgot to mention Serious People's also in the wings. They have 2 wins, so if they win, there'll be a 3-way tie with 3 wins. So we might still have to do some calculations there.
Ooh.
But the
Yep.
fact is, you know what? You don't even have to worry about that. Just win all your games and
Yep.
then let the chips fall where they may. You gotta keep in mind too, if you get the 4th seed, you face a number 1 seed, which is Kodayo. Or if you get the 3rd seed, you face Tortoise and Hare. So I think it's gonna be exciting tonight. Can't wait. You guys have final words to your opponents. Let's start with Little Boys. What do you guys? Are you guys gonna say anything to the Old and Gold here and some bulletin material here? Good luck. Have fun. All right. Final words, Old and Gold, before we start.
Oh, it's going
good luck,
down.
guys.
You're
Going down. I like that.
all right.
All right. So go to your respective channels. We'll talk to you guys after the match. Good
All
luck.
right.
have
Good
fun.
luck, guys.
Hey guys, good luck.
All right, Seth and Malagat, you guys will be casting this. Have some fun, and I'll do the observing.
That's
All right.
So I think everybody's in the channel. And let's kick this off. Oh, it looks like Casper is playing Zerg, not random this time. So I think they're taking this seriously.
Yeah, I know, right? After hearing that, hey, they have to win 2 games, man. Be in.
Well, yeah, I think it's two games to win, and then still have to wait for the results of Serious People, and then we'll see the map win statistics. So
Yeah.
we'll see. All right, you guys are watching.
FSL
So what do you think of your chances as Benzel, Sir Maligan? You know, now that these things are laid out.
I mean, their chances are kind of okay. They're kind of okay actually, because as long as we just stick to our strategies, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, I think for you guys, just win against Old and Gold, and you guys are golden, right?
Yeah.
But let's start with this game. Let's introduce our players. On the top left corner of Arctic Dream, the orange Protoss. He is.
Dark.
And his
Menace.
teammate, the other Protoss, the young one,
Little Reaper.
and their team name is called
Little Void.
Alright, let's introduce the team at the bottom right. The green, the Zerg, he is.
Casper 631.
And his partner, the Terran, it is.
Sloza.
And they are called...
Team Old and Gold.
All
So who
right.
do you have here in this match?
Look at that, a very early scout there, right?
The thing is,
Interesting.
he sent it all the way to the left, the Overlord.
Mhm.
I guess they're thinking about a proxy void
Yeah,
raid there,
proxy.
maybe?
Yep, likely. Because look at that, even the red Terran sending his SCVs to the,
Yeah. I
to
think
the
they're,
right side.
you know why? Because they're thinking we're playing against two Protosses,
Yeah,
and the likelihood of it being a cheese is
it's
very
kind of
high.
high. Yep,
Look at that.
You know what?
They are really diligent in their scouting.
yeah. The only way, I mean, I guess the if 2 feet on your chest wants to win this, they have to make sure they spot this timing push by the little boys. Because the last time the little boys they did timing pushes, I think like 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I think they prepared a specific timing push.
Yeah. As long as they stop that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've done that against almost all the teams. I remember when they faced Kodeo in the last game of that match. They specifically had a timing build, right?
Yeah, that's
And
true.
so I think they've been doing that. But I don't blame Old and Gold for really scouting diligently here because still two Protosses.
Yep.
It's so easy to proxy, do some sort of cheese, and even the Reaper, foregoing the scout in their bases, really combing the area here.
Look at that, making sure there's no hidden
It's
tech
like,
somewhere.
we are not dying to some weird cheese.
Even the Overlord pattern is, zigzagging on the left.
Yeah,
So that's good to see.
early Widow Mine here for Sloza, and two Twilights for our Protosses here.
Yeah, look at this. So this will be a mine drop.
Yep.
So do we have detection? Oh yeah. So there's robo being built. So
So the thing about mine drop is, you gotta make sure you can. Oh, that's a nice pick off there. You gotta make sure that you can spot the mines coming in, and so you
Yeah.
can kill your workers, right?
prepare.
That's the biggest thing. Because even if you have detection, if you
you're
do
not paying attention.
spot-
Yep.
yeah, if you don't spot the mine drops, they'll do so much damage, right?
Yep. That's true.
All right, so look at Casper macroing very well. Ahead in workers, ahead in supply. Oh, actually, Mighty Ant, aka Sloza, is the one leading in supply now, and it is gonna be a mine drop. He's just waiting for
The dropship. Yep.
the dropship, or the medevac, and he's just gonna boost it away. But he stopped. I would have liked for him to make 4 mines, right?
Yeah. Just keep making mines because
Yeah.
it's good for defense as well.
All right, look at Dark Menace, our number 1 seed in Code S division, but this time he's playing Protoss because his race in Code S is Zerg. He's gonna be harassing here, but he's gotta
Yep.
be careful.
It's exactly the same build. Look at that. Prisms. They're gonna attack around 5:30.
Yeah, it is. And
Look at that. Stalkers are coming in. Ooh, Zealots are coming in. They better spot this. They're gonna be dead.
yeah, but 30 links are in production, so that's good. The mines, where are the mines? The mines are making their way towards Dark Menace's base. And
Yeah,
he's
didn't
gonna keep going. Now, is Dark Menace too preoccupied with this attack that...
Let's look at the drops though. There was a mine drop on the Dark Menace's base.
Yeah, so let's look at the Dark Menace drop real quick, and
Oh, and it connects.
it connects.
wonder how many lost units.
Yeah,
there.
but you know they're not. That doesn't have permanent cloak, so
Nine probes that died. So that was a
Yeah.
good connect
But
there.
Dark Menace and Little Reaper is gonna snipe this third. By
Yeah, this is definitely gonna go down. And this is scary, man. If they get to push towards Zerg, there's no stopping this because Zerg only
Yeah.
has Zerglings.
Yeah, so both Old and Gold need to be ready to help the other, right?
Yeah. And I think Mighty Ant only has what, one tank? How many tanks does he have? He only has one tank. Well,
Yeah, he
that's
has
enough.
one tank, and I think they're all gonna both go to Casper here.
Yeah.
And
I
Mighty
think
Ant
this is
is
bad.
reacting, but he's still slow to get there. Casper's
Yeah.
losing a ton of units, but he's still making. So Mighty Ant just needs to get there, bring his siege tank down.
Yeah,
This is,
if
you know,
he,
this is a
if
late
he just kept
reaction.
making mines, and you know, I mean, the mines would have been great for defense. Oh, and he almost picks up that
Yeah.
prism.
But the problem here is, look at
Yeah.
Little Reaper's supply, right? I think he
That's-
didn't really lose any zealots in that engagement.
Yeah, I think 2 feet on your chest taps out early. All right, so there we go. Same push, man.
Yeah, it's the same push.
They need
well
they need to
timed.
address that. Yep.
Alright, so let's see what kind of adjustments Old and Gold
wonder
does, right?
Yeah, we should ask them on the later after the series because I want to see if they know that these the little boys love timing pushes.
Timing pushes, alright.
Yeah. Because it looks like they were not prepared for that thing, man. I mean, that mine drop was good, but it's kind of late.
Yeah.
That was
Well, so
probably
the mine drop, right, it's good to destroy the workers. But in this kind of a timing push, you're better off served by keeping them at home.
Yeah, and he stopped making mines actually.
Yeah.
So he
and-
just kept making mines and then just put them somewhere strategically, especially probably sent two to the Zerg.
Yeah, and
probably with some
also,
help.
well, I don't know if it'll make a difference, but you know, you got to get that armory down.
Oh, that's true. Yep. Yeah, we didn't see. Did he make the armory? I'm not. I wasn't,
Yeah,
wasn't
well, not
aware.
for a while because the mines that he dropped were still
seen.
visible, right?
Ah, okay.
Um,
All right. They need to really just hunker down, I guess. Stop this push, and they'll be good. Because I mean, Old and Gold is good in macro games. I
Yeah,
played
and
with these
also-
guys.
I think they need to have a common choke or common area for them to be
Mhm.
together. It's hard to react once one guy bum rushes. You know, one guy's bum rushed by
Yeah, by
by
two.
both teams, right? By both players. So
Yeah, it's hard to stop,
hard
especially
to
with
stop.
that combination. Blink Stalkers and Speed Zealots.
yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, and then Zerg, all you can do is really just make links and, you know, roaches. You have no tanks to defend.
Yeah, there's one tank, but you know it's in his base and he can't
Yeah.
help out. And so when both the Protosses spoke the bases, they said, "Oh, we can't go to the Terran," which is typically the case, right?
Yeah,
And so they just like, "Hey, let's just both attack the Zerg," and there's no way the Zerg's gonna be able to handle that, right?
Yep.
Just charge slots alone is tough for him to deal with, let alone charge slots with a bunch of stalkers.
yeah. All right.
Alright. Let's introduce our players here. On the top right corner of Efflorescence, the green Zerg. He is.
Casper 631.
And his teammate, the red Terran. And their team down 0-1 in this match. They're called
Team Old and Gold.
Look at that.
All right, it's about time. We see some excitement, man. All right, let's introduce the team on the bottom left. They're down one game. This is a must-win for them. It is the yellow Protoss. He is.
Little Reaper.
Both of them are proxying too.
This is gonna get wild.
And his teammates, the orange Protoss. He is.
Dark Menace.
And their team name is.
Little Boys.
So they're both proxying.
This is so fun, man.
Links are on the way. So this is going to be interesting because, this is where a micro battle and APM is going to be important because you're going to be bouncing back and forth to where your attack point is.
Oh,
And-
you saw the
I know,
proxy.
but-
Okay.
I don't know if you can,
There's no way for him
because
to break
look
that.
at the pylon, the way it's set
Yeah,
up. It's
that's
tucked in.
very nicely built there.
Yeah, so what you have to do is just focus on one, which he did, but
Yeah.
he'll
very-
definitely kill this one, but I don't know if he's going to be able to kill that pylon, right?
Yep. Just need to kill
this
one.
one
That's
goes
good. Then kill
down.
that pylon. You better put in some, I guess, from spine crawlers on the main base now, because this is gonna be.
Ooh, and even the marine helps out. So,
They
and
could probably take that
Little
out.
Reaper supply blocked. I think they're gonna
Oh,
get this
no.
pylon. If they get this pylon, they're in trouble. Oh, it's
Oh, bad.
This is really bad for little boys here. There's no reason for him to kill these gateways, but I think they're gonna just. Yeah, he's gonna
the
leave one marine there, which is good.
Marines are coming. Look at that. How many marines are there already in the map? Ooh, 8 marines.
Yeah, he's pulling them right now, and once these marines go up to Orange's base, which is Dark Menace, he's not gonna be able to stop it because all his production facilities are on the other side of the map,
Yeah.
right? And I think he just needs to go now. This is a good amount
Yeah.
of marines.
Casper's feeling
This should
okay.
trigger
He's
him. He
commanding.
should go
Yeah, he should go, man.
Because
That's a lot of
he-
marines.
because you need to force the issue now, right?
Yep. You don't want to be the one pressured. You want to be the one doing the pressure.
Yes, and I think he's trying
What's
to
he
make a
doing?
good setup in his base. He's gotta go.
He's gotta go. That's a lot of marines.
Good.
Oh
All right, so
man.
let's see if Casper holds this off. He does have.
Yeah, he should have
roaches
put
in
a
production.
couple
There
of
you go. The
spine
marines
crawlers.
are moving. Roaches are coming in. So I think he might be able to hold it off with roaches and queens with good micro.
Yeah, because he has a lot of money. He at least put a couple of spine crawlers there. Will be okay.
Yeah. So here it is. So I think this is Little Reaper. Oh no, he's gonna.
Oh,
recall.
nice.
But doesn't have
Recall.
enough though. That's a lot of marines.
He needs to attack with his probes. There you go. Attack with the probes. Call
Good
to
micro
arms.
there. Nice.
Very nice deflect here by Little Reaper.
Yes, it's gonna cost him though because a lot of probes went down and he's not mining.
Yeah, it's not mining.
But
Well, look
At
at
least he
that. He
didn't
dwindled
die, right?
Marines. There's just 3 Marines from that initial push. Well, look at that. Roaches are coming, man.
yeah,
They're
the
gonna
roaches are
depower
coming
that
down.
thing again.
They need to join up together though, right?
Yep.
They don't want to fight by themselves. Join up with the other Marines.
So where are... Okay, the Marines are there. Needs to go with the roaches.
Yeah, I think this is a good move here by Casper.
Yeah,
Canceling
just-
this out, right? So no more units here. And he's gonna have to send another
Oh
probe to
no,
make
he
him-
lost his roaches! What the heck?
Well,
Okay,
there
there
were
you
a
go.
lot of zealots, and they
Yeah.
most of them fell already. And
Alright, here we go. Let's see if
Yeah,
Little
this-
Reaper can address this, but I doubt he
I don't
can
think
because there's
so.
only
Yeah,
2
because that
zealots.
one roach can tank
Yeah,
the zealots, and more
they're gonna-
lings are coming. So yeah, I think Little Reaper's gonna fall here.
yeah. How many?
Stalker makes his way in, but there's a boatload of Zerg coming in here. And
a lot of links. and
there's the
Marines, man.
reinforcements, and I think Little Reaper's gonna
Good
lose
for Little
his
Reaper,
base,
yep.
his main base. His second base, his natural, is also under siege. And I think he's gonna lose all his workers. He's got 3, 2. There's one left somewhere. Oh, there it is in the proxy location. So he does have
Yeah.
one probe. So even if he loses both nexus, he can rebuild, but it's very unlikely.
Yeah,
he
cancel,
should
cancel.
There
There
it
you go.
is, a cancel. But you know what?
I think this is a done deal here because they found the proxy of Little Reaper. Dark Menace's proxy is dead. There's no production for both Protoss.
Yeah,
There's
this-
only
one
7.
probe. He didn't kill it.
He let
That was the last probe.
he lets him go.
I think they just want to deal with that one over there.
Yeah.
And they are attacking the base of
Dark Menace.
Dark Menace. And Dark Menace is going to try to save it, but
Yeah, leave that Nexus behind. Go focus on the. Oh,
yeah, you need
go
to
together.
yeah, you need to take
Go
out.
together. You have to
You
wait
need to
for
take
all
out
your
that
units.
Nexus at all
Yeah.
costs. Oh, there's the Nexus, and he cancels it. He doesn't have enough remaining to make another Nexus, but Dark
Alright.
Menace can obviously give him some. But
Alright.
with this
It-
being cancelled, I think this might do it because
Yeah.
you know it's gonna be 1 versus 2. But
Now, the
at
only
least-
way they will lose here is if they don't attack together.
That's right. But
Because
it
these
looks like
stalkers are. Yeah, these stalkers are powerful. If just against Marines with no stim, you could just kite them all night. Alright. How many
right.
stalkers do we have? 10 stalkers. That's. Golden Gold needs to do this together if they want to win this now.
Yeah, so this is a 2v1 now. You know, we've had scenarios where 2v1 and 2v2, the one won the game, right? And that
Yeah.
was when Neutrophil with Miguela,
Mm-hmm.
and Neutrophil navigated that to a victory. But let's see here. That's a lot of stalkers, actually.
Yeah, that's a lot of stalkers.
So
Where is he going?
yeah, so they're losing. They're bleeding out units here, and
Oh my gosh, they're sending their units. Oh, okay, good. I thought they were just gonna send the links against the stalkers. Just gonna melt away. This is good. Counter, counter, counter. Nice.
yeah, but they'll
Pressure. There you go. Pressure the recall.
Sloza is coming. It is so late though. They need to work together here.
Yeah. Look at that. All the links are dying needlessly. Okay.
So that was a throwaway here.
This
And
is gonna. Oh my god, they're gonna lose all these units. They're forcing
This
this.
is the
Oh,
worst case scenario here because there's
You
a
don't wanna
shield
fight that.
battery
there's a
overcharged,
field battery. Oh
and
my
it's
god.
not allowing this one stalker to die.
I think Dark Menace didn't lose a stalker there
Well,
initially.
we did eventually
did?
with their one.
Yeah,
Maybe
eventually
no,
won.
not even 2.
Oh.
All right. So where are we? Dark Menace is at
Oh, then he
34.
spots this barracks. Ah. Bye bye, barracks. Well, at least both of the old and gold are expanded, so which is
I
good.
know, but they need to. They're gonna need to withstand this assault by a lot of stalkers.
Yeah.
You know what? He's taking its time to destroy these buildings, so that buys him extra opportunity to be able to build more units, which he's making marauders, which is good.
That
Now,
tank.
Casper needs to not drone up anymore.
Yeah,
Right.
he needs to make units.
All they need to do is survive this next onslaught, which doesn't look like Dark Menace is going to. And this is good for them then, because they have twice the production.
Yep. Yeah, it's the only way they'll lose this. They don't go together, so they need to.
Yeah, and
they need to
that was
time.
that's what they did earlier.
Right. Oh man, that's a lot of stalkers. 17
Yeah.
stalkers on the
Does
map.
Slow have tanks? I don't know if he has tanks.
Yes, he has one tank.
Oh, yes, one tanks. Okay, and it's far back enough. And looks like he is going to try to help.
Oh,
There we
here
go. Now they're fighting together.
Out of
Tanks
there.
are coming
This is
down.
after Dark Menace. Get out of there. Oh, he got. He's gonna get.
Yeah,
picked
that
up
was not a
there.
good exchange for Dark Menace. That was a good teamwork there for Old and Gold.
Yeah, they're ahead now, so all they have
Yeah,
to do
they are
is
ahead.
wait, bulk up, then roll
And
out.
they also have Hydras, right? Hydra speed is also almost done with Ling, so I think they're in good shape. Dark Menace is trying to get his third because he needs to match the economy or both players. But I think it's just a matter of time here when they decide to move out, and they'll have twice as many units.
Yeah, I think this is a perfect time to make DTs, man. Then let Little Reaper manage the DTs.
Yeah, but it looks like he's going to go Robo Base, so either Disruptors or Colossus,
Yeah,
right?
Colossus.
I think Colossus will be the choice because of the Hydras that I think he saw. But yeah, let's see how Old and Gold navigates to a victory here because they have the upper hand.
Yep.
They just need to make sure they make enough units here.
This is good. They're just macroing up.
Yeah, but
Ooh,
you
a
know they have to
drop.
keep in mind, Dark Menace is a Code S player.
Yeah,
right? And he's
he can macro up crazy.
yes, he can macro up very well. And if
It's unfortunate that the Little Reaper lost all his probes.
all right, so there's gonna be one medevac drop, and at the same time, Casper is going to see if he can poke with
Push.
these units.
Yeah. He needs to wait for the Marines though, and some.
Yeah.
They
Do
need
not
to be
want
together.
to lose the entire army of the Zerg. Right? Alright, Colossus is the choice here, and the Robo units.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna need to, start thinking about anti-Colossi units. That would be Vikings. That would be Corruptors.
What's inside that dropship?
I think just
Marines?
2 Marauders and 4
Oh.
Marines. Right?
He did. Okay.
But this is
think
good,
that's-
right?
Just a lot of
for the last-
Colossus, man.
Yeah, that is.
Colossus
a lot.
already. Oh, okay. So there's tanks. This is good. All right. This is good for Old and Gold. Oh, they should have timed this.
Well, they're gonna do damage here, which is good, and it's gonna pull the units back, maybe. Just a few units. He knows
Yeah.
that was just a distraction, but this is really doing a lot of damage actually because.
Yeah. All right. Here we
Here
go.
it is.
That's a big
He needs
army,
to
man.
siege these tanks though,
Yeah.
because
Siege. Oh, where are you going?
siege. There it is. Don't lose your bio units. There, the siege tanks. Now they're in good. They have a good foothold here. Casper's going to try to poke on the third base. This
Stay
is good. Let's
together.
keep 'em- Yeah, stay
Stay
together.
together. Protect the tank. Oh, protect the tanks. There you go.
All right, so
It should-
they're inching forward. The tanks are now coming
Yeah.
in. The 3 tanks are in good position here. Is he gonna siege in time? Yes, he is. And I think they're just gonna see if they can take out the. If they take out that third, they're gonna be in excellent shape. All right, the
Oh,
tanks are
man.
now shelling away. And is he gonna pick up that one Colossus? No, he's not. The tanks are still shooting
This
from
is-
afar.
This is scary for Old and Gold, man, because they're
but
fighting
look,
against
The,
shield
the unit on
batteries.
the south side is all taken care of already. Right?
Yeah.
And Dark Menace is bleeding units here from the tanks. More reinforcements are coming. Yeah, those tanks are just shelling away. This is a really good position there.
Tank is what Dark Menace needs to address, because those are the ones that's really doing a lot of damage.
And there's a drop in the main base on Dark Menace, and I think that's doing a lot of damage here. Those 4 stalkers might not be enough to be able to deal with this. But no, he picks up! He shouldn't have picked up!
Yeah, I should have stayed.
Yeah, because you can just stem away. Now, these tanks are not siege. He needs to siege them. Dark Menace tries to pounce.
There we go.
pounces
He
forward.
loses
There's some
tanks.
blades.
Oh, he just
One
lost
tank gets
one.
picked off.
Nice. That's good.
But more reinforcements are coming. That one tank is so far away. 2 medevacs full of units are going to be joining the fray here. He needs to drop them now. No, he's going to drop it in the main base. And this
Okay,
is going to put a
nice.
lot of pressure on Dark Menace.
Yeah, the Zerg needs to stay with the tanks, man. Don't lose the tanks. Oh man. Oh, there we go. Bye tanks. Why did he leave the tanks? But then again, this is a done game. That's too
Well,
much Zerg and Terran.
They are bleeding so many units here, but looks
Yeah.
like the Colossus are now exposed. One falls down. There's one remaining. Nice
There's
bio
one
hit
more.
there. But I
Yeah.
think they took out the Robo facility, so he can't make any more Colossus. The last Colossus falls, and I think this is it. This is GG.
Game.
Game
good
is
hold.
tied.
Yeah.
Nice, and I think Little Reaper. Oh, there it is. All right, we are tied, boys.
Nice.
It got really weird in the beginning. Everybody
Alright.
was proxying.
Nobody even tried to scout. They just proxied straight up, both of them. Both
Yeah,
teams.
I think Chat mentioned that he forgot to get the research upgrade for Colossus range, and I think that
Oh.
makes a big difference.
Yep. That was scary for Old and Gold, man. Leaving their tanks
I
exposed.
know.
I was like, oh man, losing the tanks?
They had
Ew.
just enough. But that was a valiant defense there for from Dark Menace.
Yeah, it was a good defense there by Dark Menace.
But you know, it's a good way to close it out there for Olden Gold. So now let's see who will come out ahead here in game number 3.
Do you think the little boys will go back to their cream and butter play?
Well, so if they go back to their timing push, right? I think
Yeah.
they will.
Yep.
But
think
if
they will.
Olden Gold does another similar rush,
Mhm.
right, and they can catch him at the right window,
Yeah.
right, that's how you might be able to win this third game.
Yep.
But I think if they just sit back and macro up and prepare for little boys to attack them, I don't think that'll go well.
All right. Exciting third game. Nice. What do you think? Well, what's your prediction, man? I think I predict the little boys will take this.
Olden Gold. So I think if they do another rush,
Yeah.
another timing push, they might be able to take it. But I think if they do not and they just decide to, you know, try to take it in the mid game to late game, I think they will not be successful. So,
Yeah, because the little boy's timing push is very powerful. The
Yeah.
combination's so perfect, right? Like
yeah. Well, 'cause
speeds,
they do-
zealots, link
Yeah, they-
stalkers.
Yeah, both of them goes Twilight, and one of them goes Charge, the other goes Blink, and they just try to mass up.
Yeah.
So that's tough to stop in the beginning.
All right, guys, you're watching.
FSL Season 4.
Right. Introduce our players here, spawning on the top left corner of Emerald City, tying that match up 1-1. Our green Zerg he is.
Casper 631.
Ooh-hoo-hoo. And on the top left corner, his partner, the Bread Terran.
Sloza.
And their team name is called... And this is actually their last life for the season, right? If they lose here, that will be it.
I know, right? All right, let's introduce the team on the bottom right. The yellow Protoss, he is.
Little Reaper.
And his partner, the orange Protoss, it is.
Dark Menace.
They are called
Little Boys.
Ooh, look at
Right.
that.
So,
Block.
the last time Sloza tried to do an engineering block on this map, he actually missed it, right?
Mhm.
But this time, that was a good block. This will definitely not allow Dark Menace to take his natural expansion. So if he wants to take it, he might take it over Little Reapers, right? And there it
Oh,
is.
there
It's
you
like,
go.
oh man, I saved up 400 minerals for this, right? I have 500 now. I can't expand.
What is this? Is this double barracks? Oh no, wait.
Yeah, it's a double barracks. That's a second
Double
barracks.
Yeah, second barracks.
But he's just making Marines, so it's not a bunch of Reapers. And so no expansions here for either the Protosses. They're just making Zealots, and they're gonna... they're making these Zealots so that they can cancel that Engineering Bay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Little Reaper is about to expand. He doesn't have the minerals yet. So, because I think he decided to get the second gateway before the Nexus. That's why it slowed him down.
Whoa,
But
that
finally...
that pylon seems too close, man. What the heck?
I'm worried about that too.
That
Yeah.
pylon's gonna spell the difference of winning this game or not.
Even Coda thinks so too. So,
Oh boy.
alright, let's see. I think it might be okay. It's past the circumference of that.
Ah, okay, there we go.
Alright, just
Very close.
just enough. But you know what? They didn't really take advantage of that, right? It slows
Yeah.
us just expanding now, so Yeah, they're just gonna be in.
And he has 3 barracks. Look at that.
Yeah. So if
Interesting.
you're doing 3 barracks, it's
You should
because
have-
you're trying to do a timing push with a
Yeah.
bunch of bio, right? And
That's
so this is the
happened.
problem, right? If we look at his barracks, he made 3, invested on these 3, but he's not using them. So
Yeah.
it's sitting there. Well, now there's one add-on, but the other one's not being used. Actually, both of the ones that are idle. If you're not planning to use them, might as well use that money to get your command center first,
Or,
Then you
or
can
a
put down your
factory.
barracks.
Yeah.
right?
Tech up, right?
Yeah, pick up. Because the whole reason you're dropping them early is so that you can produce units fast.
Yep.
Immediately.
And here, and if you look at the production tab, look at that. It's the same build. It's gonna be a timing push for the little boys.
Yeah, it is a
Link
time push,
stalkers and speed zealots.
but it's gonna be just a tad late because
That block.
yeah, the block was actually very excellent. It's just that he didn't take advantage of it, and
You know what? One thing I like though. Look at that. Taking the gold. Golden gold is taking gold.
that's right. We gave him a hard time last time.
I know if we're not taking gold.
we're not taking the gold, but this time there's a gold in this map. Oh, one
And he gets it.
gets in. It's only one, and it'll take this one adept 3 shots on one SCV to kill it. So I don't even know if he's gonna be able to kill one.
Yeah,
Shades over to the
Shades-
Zerg, met with some Zerglings. I think he's gonna lose this. Well, the Queen is not attacking though. Queen is not attacking now,
Yeah.
and he cancels it. Ah,
He's gonna
where's
hit
the Queen? The Queen, you have
Probably
one
gonna take-
job.
3 drones here. Oh wait, just 2. He's gonna die.
All right, so those are small things.
No, you don't want to destroy the rocks, especially when you're up against Zergs. So you need those choke. You don't want to get
Alright.
swarmed.
So there's a swell of bio units here.
Whoa, double robo for Dark Menace? Ooh, and a Dark Templar archive.
Yeah,
Dun dun dun.
it is a double robo. That's a lot of gas there. Double robo.
And a
And-
Dark Templar archive.
Okay, let's see.
Interesting.
They're moving out. Are they gonna commit? I think they're gonna try to go the long way around here and see if they can attack Little Reaper's side. That is a lot of units, right? If they attack together and they attack simultaneously in terms of working together here, the Lings can tank for the Marines and Marauders, and they can DPS everything else down. Right?
Yeah.
But they would need to work together.
Oh, they
the
spotted.
Lings, no, the
They
Lings
spot
need
the
to get back.
links.
All right, here we go. And he has
Lot of
stim.
Speed
He has
zealots
stim to
here.
use.
He needs the stalkers with him. Where's the
All right, you can
stalkers?
stim now.
The stalkers.
You gotta
Stalkers
use
not
your
doing
stim.
anything.
All right, so
They-
he's not stimming.
Oh, okay,
But-
they have a
Yeah,
lot of
that's a
units,
lot
which is good.
That's a lot of
Nice
units now.
drop of shield batteries here, just to be sure.
All right, so this their control is not together. There we go. Now you can stim. There's the stim. They're attacking now, but they have to commit. You used up a stim. You gotta commit. Oh.
I know, right?
All right,
Maybe
so you just damaged yourself and
Hit a
not taken
few-
advantage.
Yeah, take a few zealots and then just run out.
Yeah. All right, they're gonna try again, but the zealots are charging in.
Ooh, Hydras are in the game now. Nice.
But they're-
Where's I see Dark Templar. Where's the Dark Templar though? Did they send it out? No, I don't think they
Yeah,
sent it out.
they did. There's a Dark Templar from Dark Menace, but Dark Menace is
Oh, he lost
Stalkers
almost
are
all his stalkers.
falling one at a time. There are more Hydras on the way. Where is the Overseer? The Overseer is nowhere to be found. Was it sniped?
I think it was sniped. That's why he lost all the stalkers, almost all of his stalkers, because he
Trying to
he
snipe
sniped.
it.
Yeah.
Alright, they have to be careful now. They need to get out of here. Now they do have a scan, right? So there is a Terran. So
They're
if you
bugging
can
out.
really scan,
Yeah.
but they're gonna retreat. And
Gonna
so this
retreat.
was the window for them, and I think
Yeah.
they need to really push through. I don't think they're gonna be able to win here in the mid game to late game.
But you know what? Look at that. There's 2 feet on your chest has the gold, but he's never really mined it.
Yeah, there's only one drone there.
Yeah,
mining.
he's had it for a few minutes now. A couple of minutes, I think.
So the DTs are making their way in the base of Sloza. Let's see how
Oh,
well he handles
oh
this.
boy.
No, he's gonna pull all the
They don't-
workers.
They don't have detection.
Well, they do have a. Does he have scans? He does
Mhm.
not.
He does not. That's why he's kind of panicking.
Now there is an overseer making its way to the main base here, so they're gonna be able to handle this. The overseers,
man.
there it is. It's making its way. There's two of them, but there are no units here to kill it. There finally the
There's a
Zerg
scan.
make its way, and there was a redundant scan because there's already an overseer here.
Hey man, he really wants to see this thing. So
Even another scan.
yep. I
So-
want to make sure he won't get away.
Right. So these small little things, right? I think they have an uphill battle here because the tech of little boys is already taking shape here.
Yeah. Let's look at that double robo.
Yeah. And so it's gonna be a lot of colossi, and then void rays.
And then Dark Menace is having its fourth base already on the gold, so this is gonna be crazy.
That's right. I think there's another DT that's gonna be sneaking into the main base of Casper. Casper's gonna be losing drones here.
Oh my, more DT.
Yeah.
This special forces is so good. This is why the DTs are my favorite. You just send one or two, wreak havoc.
That's right. And
But it does require a lot of APM though.
yeah,
so-
and if you look at Little Reaper, because he hasn't been harassing, he's been focusing solely on macro. Look at how
Yeah.
many charge slot he has, right?
Oh my gosh, he's going for the Armada right there, man.
I think it's
The air and the Colossus. Oh, this
Yeah,
is bad for.
there's no way they can face
Yeah.
this now. Now there are lurkers, but unfortunately the lurkers don't shoot up.
Yeah.
Right?
I think infestors probably to slow down the air so you can pick
well,
them
I
off.
think what I would do if I was the Zergier and I saw the composition is Colossi and Armada, I will just go ham on, max out on Corruptors, right?
Corruptors.
Because
Yeah.
Corruptors will kill all of
The air.
the air and then also the Colossi, right?
Yeah, and then you can go.
And then
Gold
let
Lords later on.
Sloza take care of the rest.
Yeah, that's true. That's right. That's a good way of attacking this Armada and
He
Colossus.
doesn't even have a spire yet, so
Mhm.
this is gonna be tough. He has lurkers, but he doesn't have a hive to upgrade the range of the lurkers. He's just putting down his infestation pit. And by the time this engages, look, Little Reaper's already maxed, right?
Yeah, they're really
Yeah,
falling
he
behind.
moved out soon.
Gold and Gold is falling behind in supply, definitely. Especially.
There's not a Blink Stalker
Sloza.
and the gold base of Casper. Alright, well, they got destroyed, so they left. There's more
Yeah.
stalkers up there.
It's gonna get
but
trapped.
This
It's a trap!
this just gives Dark Menace an ability to make even more Colossi.
Carriers. Oh, Colossi, yep. So let's see, how many Colossus are there? There's 5 Colossus. Colossi.
Yeah, and 2 are being.
There's 4 carriers, 3 Void Rays. Ah, man. The longer this gets, it's
I
gonna
think
be...
they're about ready to move out here.
Yeah.
And the worst thing you can have against a bunch of Colossus
These
is
Marines.
Bio Hydra units.
Yep.
Right?
So this is a bad composition against the little
Yeah.
boys.
And if by some reason you're able to destroy all of the air, which you can't, the Colossi will just kill all your army.
Yeah.
Alright, good cancel there.
Good deny
He's
there.
gonna reveal his lurkers. There. Alright,
They will be remembered for what they did.
Dark Menace is gonna go ahead. He goes, I can take care of the Terran
he's gonna take out
army
the
by
gold.
myself. I can just go. You take
Yeah.
care of the lurkers. And I think this will.
You know what? This is a good. This is a
Yeah,
good.
if they sandwich him here and
Venture,
kill
yep.
all of the Colossus, this will be a great move here for Old and Gold, but there is even Locusts
Did he-
here.
Okay, the carriers are late, so. Do they
Carrots
have?
are late, but look
do
how
they have
fast the
protection?
bio units are
Oh
falling.
my gosh! All of those zealots are just being ground to pieces. There you go. Finally, the observers arrive.
Yeah, but more Zealots are warped in back home. They're gonna speed their way all the way to the across the
Yeah.
map.
I think this is it, man. There's just no way to stop this.
There's no way for them to now deal with these, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Colossus.
Yeah, 7 Colossus, 6
And
DTs.
even these DTs are causing problems.
Carriers.
The swipes on these Colossus on the Bio Army, it's hurts to watch this.
Yeah, this is too powerful right now. Imagine if this thing came with a mothership.
This will eliminate Old and
Gold
Gold.
and gold. Yep.
And now it's just gonna be between Serious People and Benzel, I believe, for the last slot.
Mhm.
The little boys, they already clinched the spot, but this really solidifies it. They're in.
Yep. This is it. The GG.
They're processing the loss. There's the GG from Casper. And
That's it.
that's it. GG's.
Valiant effort.
Let's talk to our players here. Let's bring them up.
Little Reaper.
Good games, gentlemen.
Dark Menace.
Game,
Glad we got to
game.
do.
Jeez.
There were windows there, Old and Gold, when you guys were posturing to attack, but you guys didn't actually commit. But I think if you guys committed with that stim, you guys would have done a lot of damage. What was the reason you guys backed off at that point, or didn't decide to attack early enough?
The shield batteries, once they came up, then it was,
Then you backed off.
yeah, then we backed off and we figured we kind of
But
maxed
I
behind it.
think during the time when he put down the shield batteries, you guys had a good army. You
Yeah.
had stim, and I
Guys-
thought you guys were gonna go for it, but then you guys waited until the shield batteries completed, and I don't think that was the window that was closed. But good games. I love the game 2 win.
Oh yeah.
That was crazy. You know, we were wondering, is Dark Menace gonna be able to pull this off 2v1? But you guys actually in the very end there, you guys worked together as a team, moved together, and I think that's what secured you guys the victory. Sir Malaga, do you have any questions here for Old and Gold?
Yeah. So you guys? I'm sure you guys been watching the little boys play, right? So you guys know they're about their timing pushes, their prism, and their. Because that's what killed you guys in the very first game. You guys didn't know it's coming. So you never knew that was their bread and butter there.
No, we did not.
No, we didn't. We were looking around, and I was just, I was like, I think they're building units, getting ready. And then, of course, I was like, oh, it's a 2-base all in. And by the time we really figured it out, I don't think we
Yeah.
were in a
there's
position
nothing
to.
Yep. So yeah,
So-
I mean, good game though. I mean, also for the third last game, Sloza, you made 3 barracks. So what was the initial thought there? You guys wanted to push early, or then you decided to not do it?
It was kind of, well, it was both defensive and offensive, right? So
I see.
we were going to build up, and if they had anything early coming, like in game 2, then, we would have been ready.
I see.
Otherwise, we were going to go and hit something early, right? So that was kind of the plan.
Yeah, we thought
those
that you guys
DTs
were
were
gonna
good.
do a timing. Yep.
Those DTs kind of messed me up a little bit, but messed up our timings for everything.
Yeah,
So
no,
that
it messed me up too.
Yeah.
The entire time I was like, this is not good. The window is opening.
We noticed because there were overseers right above the DTs, but then to make sure you see them, you also scanned.
Yeah, I know, right? Sloza wanted to make sure that DT dies.
No, he disappeared for a second. On my view, he disappeared. But then he brought his overlord back, and I was like, okay, overseer. Then yeah.
Yeah.
But they were a good set of games. I think you guys had your chances. Game 1, I like the fact that you guys scouted and combed the map to make sure there are no proxies. Right, I like that. But at the end of the day, I think the timing of Little Boys overrun you guys, especially the composition in the end. But good games.
Yep.
And
GG's, guys.
good games.
Yeah, good game.
Let's talk to little boys here. So, Dark Menace, when you were playing that 2v1, did you think that you could actually win that 2v1? Because I know Neutrophil pulled it off one time, and so you were like, was that in your mind?
No, actually, I was like, I'm already dead, but I might as well try to play it out because, I mean, Neutrophil's way better than me. He'd like own me, even if he was handicapped. But like, I think I could have done it, but I accidentally researched Blink instead of Charge, and I don't know, kind of messed me up.
Also,
Well, actually,
I think,
you almost pulled it off, actually, because there was a time when they left their tanks, right, and then you killed almost all of it. There was a chance there. Actually, I was like, "Oh, is he gonna pull this off?" But
also,
yeah.
I think somebody pointed out in chat that you didn't have your range upgrade for your Colossi, and I think that would have made a big difference. You would have kept kiting and whittled down their army, right? But in the heat of the moment, sometimes you overlook that.
Yeah, you just forget.
It's a good defense, but eventually, Olden Gold broke through. It's a good set of games. So, Little Reaper, I saw there that you maxed out before any one of these players did in game number 3.
Yeah, that was impressive.
So, what did you think about that game, Little Reaper?
Thought they were macroing up a ton, and like they had a ton of Casper had a ton of drones, and then they had a ton of base. So I thought it was kind of bad because they had because we didn't get at the third base until a little long, and they could have gotten that base really early. So yeah.
I see. Yep.
Yeah. And also, last comment, Sloza, I like that engineering block in game number 3.
That was perfect.
But it reminded me of the last time you tried to do an engineering block, but then you missed. But this time it was good, and it actually threw them off, right? It threw off their timing. And Dark Menace was about to expand. He has already 400, 500 minerals, and he's like, "Oh, I can't expand."
Yep.
So that was a really good move there. So good games all around. And all right, so we'll talk. We're gonna kick the rest here, but we'll keep
game, guys.
Casper. Yeah, we'll keep Casper here.
Oh, look at that! That's right. I see
Nice.
the Side Storm there. Sweet. Which one is that? Is that the towel or
My inspiration.
what is that? Yeah, what is that? Is that is that a fabric or is it a poster?
That's the towel. That's the towel.
The towel, right? Yeah. Nice. Yeah, you're lucky you have one. I don't even have one.
I wasn't allowed to hang it up in the dining room, so I had to come up here to hang it up. So
Nice.
yeah, maybe I could sleep in here.
So what? Good run. Yep.
We still got one more match to go, right? One more.
Yeah, against Denzel here, but you guys can play spoilers.
No! Just give us the game. No, just kidding.
All right, good game, guys.
Good game.
Good game.
Yeah, I got another one.
Yeah, he's got a very important game here. Although I don't see Hyper Turtle on, so if he's listening, we definitely need him here. But we can talk real quick on the scenarios that are at play here. Hey,
Code A.
it's pretty straightforward here. So Casper is in regardless of what happens, so I'm not gonna try to skew what your plans are. But if Hyper Turtle wins, he's in. But if Casper wins, Little Reaper is in. And the reason is because of the tiebreakers here, the head-to-head, right? Little Reaper is ahead of Hyper Turtle, so if they have the same record, Little Reaper is in. But if Little Reaper and Casper have the same record, Casper has the head-to-head, so he goes in instead of Little Reaper. And so that's the scenario here. Casper is, not in danger of missing the playoffs. But, right, this, you gotta
Sail it.
smooth sailing, but play your game.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna give this away.
Yeah, Hyper Turtle though.
If he wants it, he's gonna have to take it.
He's gonna
Yeah.
need to take it. That's right.
Yeah, and then
Do they?
The Browns are pretty good.
No,
this
the Browns
year.
are
So
good,
that's a
yeah.
prime example.
Mayfield's
They,
good.
they finally came around this year. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a perfect time also to show them what you can do, right? It's like to instill fear to your possible opponents. Watch me DTU. Yeah.
Oh. Awesome.
Nice. Cool.
That's all I wanted, just to be adored, admired, even.
Yep, that's why this is why where you played the good builds or the creative builds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Show them
Alright.
what you can do.
So we don't have Hyper Turtle yet. So we give him a
Start
few
with the
more
other
minutes.
game. Yeah, we'll give him some time. Let's see.
Who's-
War Buns was on, so should know about it. But either way, let's have a backup ready, and that would be. Let's look at our schedule.
Well, I mean, he did do his veto, so he obviously
he did do his
knows.
I was
vetoes.
saying
Okay.
he did his vetoes.
Yeah, he's probably just AFK. So
Probably
we'll give
dealing
him-
with the daughter coming in or something, or the internet went out for a minute.
Yeah, or we can go to the Hurtin' Time versus Dark Menace.
Dark Menace. Yeah,
So,
I mean,
let's see here. Yeah, we'll give him about. You want to take a quick break? Give him about 2 minutes, and then we'll go.
yeah, good idea.
We can
We
send the
haven't
drink.
seen Pokemon in a while, so
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. And
Well,
then you
while we
guys.
do that. What we're gonna do is show you guys our Storm Esports Network stuff. How about that? Huh?
Hello and welcome.
All right.
Welcome back to the SciStorm Esports Network. I'm your host, Chicken Man, here for your weekly esports results and highlights. This week we've got IEM Season 16, DreamHack Masters Winter, and the VCT Game Changers. So let's get into it. The Intel Extreme Masters Fall season started up for Counter-Strike this week, with 4 of the 6 regions beginning their matches. Let's check out some of the highlights.
This is gonna cost you, right? It's a trade-off. If you're going through T-spawn, you get to come in from an unexpected position, but it's wasting a lot of time. Simple going back to line up flashes for his teammates, gets him killed. Bit will hold on to Ramp, but they don't know about this second man. It was only Axile who was spotted, but the time is running out for Gambit. They've got to get on this bomb. A last-second retake again. It's so close, but Gambit have not been afraid to play with that clock.
Good timing on that smoke, 30-second mark. They're probably going to have to go through that. And he's been spotted. He's staring at the wall. Oh, Chad, it's fallen apart. And even tagged in the smoke. They heard him. They know he's playing around the boost. Do they cancel the plant? No. Bomb's now down. And a 3v5 to end it all. Vitality doing everything they can now in the final round of Group C. Just 3 frags separating them from their very best bet. And a ticket to the major.
Ooh, doubling up to Emo here, so both playing from Dark. Misita will play forward first, then Kyoji will lurk this one out.
Great retake smoke. Zai was going to either have to push that or spray through it. Lecker allowed on the coffins, and yeah, Masuta will collect. It has collapsed, and that's it. 3v5, Vitality.
Smoke goes into window, Alistair's well in front of it.
He's finding a couple of picks as well, isn't he, Pilski? It has been a banger of a series from Alistair. Take a look at stats from overpassing here on Mirage as well, as it does get picked up by Sicko. Very little fanfare, I can imagine, for Renegades after that one, because that felt like it was a pretty routine grand final.
JNT tries to creep out middle, gets spotted, so now a 2-on-2, and everyone's all spread out all across the map. Majada's now all alone and could get pinched. He tries to go up middle, spots the flanker though, wins that fight, 1v1 now. He does have a kit, Vince, and he has been on fire this game. I would not put it past him to figure this out.
It would be up for him to clutch this one, and Luca peeks in, and Jota removes his head. That'll do it for the game. He's got the kit, he's got the time, and it's going to be GG. A clean sweep 3-0.
North America and Asia are starting up right now, so we'll have more highlights from all of the regions on next week's episode. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. Next up, we've got some more regional highlights, this time from the ESEA, which had games in North America, Australia, and Europe.
Well, the only information he finds is that no one is here, so at the very least he can try and push into ramp room and hope to find a flank, but there's no one there on the extra assault side. They have already pushed down into lower sight, and they got the plant down. OC gets the headshot on Scottio, and Viram are just barely hanging on to life.
Yeah, and trying to go down with that AK, but Mills already has 2 players to deal with. He tries to swing across, and it's OC to follow up and get the...
Олев с Савиком пропихивает банан, забирает Эдлина. PGP падает, это ситуация 3 в 3. Боба пытается установить Дэнс. Походу, ребят.
A última hora, ¿dónde estaría? Quizás Movistar Raiders. ¿Dónde va a estar? Pues seguramente sea en Relegations, pero no en ese Advanced, al menos durante un tiempecito más. Luego ya dependerá de lo que ocurra en Relegations. Sixer que busca, no tiene kit, el tiempo se le agota, y Sumpayus que cierra, es GG.
The Elisa Invitational continued through their main Swiss stage.
After that first kill comes in, you think they're going to play it passive, and they just keep peeking forward. Pleasant now being able to open up from connected. The AWP has not been seen by Marcelius. He could drop that bomb, and that could be the round over.
2 more to go. The flashbangs are at the masses. Pleasant, he finds one. Marcelius against 5. He's good for the first, but my God, is this going to be a lot of hurdles to jump over? Chauzy holding the cross. Marcelius does make the jump. Problem is, he's now going to know, and Chauzy, a man fitting to find the last. An unreal game.
The FunSpark Ulti Asia started their group stage this week.
Really hard easy gaming is towards B side. It looks like it's going to be 3, and the molly's big. They're going to push through this. It's a huge one for Bond. He finds one through the smoke, and the quick trades in. And then they have the struggle. It's a 2v4 situation, and that's one. Chaos goes down, and it's a 3v2. Oh, tagged for quite a bit, and Flood 360. He is 75 HP, and it's a retake, a 3-man retake onto B side, but Risk, he needs to play it safe, and he does, and it's only up to the last player, Vayne. There's a pop flash coming out, but it doesn't quite connect, and it almost hit, and that is it, folks. That is too.
Republic also began their group stage.
I believe that we're back in this situation, I'll be honest with you. It looks so promising for Eternal Fire there. And now they're down another man advantage. It's just, it's all over the place. This whole game has been all over the place. And Xantaras, he finds one, quickly traded, now a 2v3.
No.
Issa. Oh,
No
he's
way.
sitting comfortably here. Oh.
Not like this.
Wow.
The V4 Future Sports Festival continued through their playoffs this week.
Bad position, forced down to the open. Luco to entry. Oh, what a transfer straight towards him. Dav with a secondary pick, a 5-on-3 now. Isuba falling apart. The seamless trail gets his next kill.
Alright guys, we're back. Sorry about the transitions there. We hadn't done that in a while. The Buy Us Time YouTube video, right, from StarCraft Network.
Alright, we're gonna skip our Code A game for now.
Okay.
And we're gonna jump right into the Code S between Dark Menace and Hurtin' Time. So let's drag them in. We can interview them. Alright, joining us are both Dark Menace, the #1 seed in Code S, and Hurtin' Time, who's fighting for the last or one of the few playoff spots remaining. Cameras on. How are you two gentlemen doing? Well, Dark Menace, we were just talking to you. So, Curtain Time, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I played quite a bit last week, but then since Saturday,
Yeah. We need your camera on. Do you have one?
yeah, I think so.
There it is. It's finally loading. All right, cool. So, you said you played quite a bit?
Last week I did, yeah, but then since Saturday, I haven't really played. I just played a couple of games right before.
How do you feel? How are you feeling with your Terran these days? Specifically, Terran versus Zerg.
I'm feeling like I hope I won enough early in the season to cruise into the playoffs. I'm not sure. I'm not expecting to pull this one out and playing against the number one player in the tournament right now. But I'll give it a go.
All right. So, Dark Menace, have you been doing anything to prepare here, or you're just taking it easy until the playoffs?
Okay, hi. I haven't actually been practicing as much as I usually do. Kind of like a little break, but I've been practicing a little bit. Not as much as I hoped to.
All right. All right. So, do you have any other questions here, KJ Freedom? Before we start?
You know, Hurtin' Time, this is your biggest test against Zerg, because these consensus #1, BCS #1 ranking for Zerg, right? Doing college football stuff, right? So, but this will be a good test for you. Seth, does he have to win this to make it to the playoffs?
Well, so if he wins this, he's in. Right. If Hurtin' Time wins this game, he's in the playoffs. If he loses and Mizel loses, then he's in.
Oh, well. So you don't have to win this. You still have a chance.
But you don't want to leave it to chance on how Mizel does in his last game, right?
So if he wins, he's in. Mizel, who's Mizel playing?
Mizel's playing Regret.
Oh, that's tough too. So that can go either way. All right. Well, then there you go.
He has 3 wins already, because I thought I had the tiebreaker on Mizel since.
Yeah. So it really depends. If there are more than 2 players with the same record, it doesn't go to the head-to-head. It goes into the map score. So there's still a lot of play. But if Mizel loses, then he won't get to 3 wins. Then Creedon and Hurtin' Time are automatically in. Right?
Oh, I see. Yeah, if there's multiple guys at the same record, yeah, you can't go head-to-head. Then you go map score. That makes sense.
That is
All right,
correct.
Well,
Gotcha. Yeah.
But bottom line is, Hurtin' Time, if he wins, he's in.
Alright, well, that's...
Yeah, I gotta win.
There you go.
Yeah, I would love to win.
There you go.
Let's see. I'm on a losing streak.
So, Malagan's not casting this?
No, it's just gonna be you and I.
No, I can't cast it, so you go ahead and cast it.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Alright, so I'll go observing.
Yeah, because we thought this game was
the other one will
later.
go, but okay. Well, here you go. Let's give this a shot, guys.
All right, we'll mute and deafen both of you, and we'll talk to you guys after the match. Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
And let's look at the map selections for Hurtin' Time Dark Menace. You can see game 1 will be Jagannatha, then Lightshade, then Romanticide. So pretty standard maps. Good job vetoing there for Dark Menace, not allowing the Terran favored maps, right? Against Zerg. But what do you think? What's your prediction here, Seth?
Well, Dark Menace is really tough, and it's a really tough challenge for Terrans to face him. The only thing, though, is he hasn't been practicing, and I don't know if he's in shape. So it will just come down to instincts for him. And if Hurtin' Time does things correctly and catches him out of position, he might have a chance here. So,
alright, well, you guys, thanks for coming in. This is the Code S. We're doing it early. You're watching FSL Season.
Alright, let's introduce our players here. On the top left corner of Lightshade, Terran player, he is
Hurtin' Time.
And in the bottom right corner, the #1 seed in Code S, he is
Dark Menace.
Alright, So hatchery first for Dark Menace, pretty standard build. And standard build as well for Hurtin Time. Nobody's doing any type of proxying, any cheeses so far. And I think that's what Dark Menace prefers, right? The scouting report on Dark Menace is he's very good in macro. And he prefers to just keep droning up, get to the ideal drone count, and then just keeps making attack units. So that's what he prefers. And once in a while, he throws in some cheeses here and there. But the best time to catch him is in the mid game. And Terrans are pretty good in mid games. And if you methodically pushes out and catches him in a good spot, Hurtin Time has a chance. All right. And the thing about Hurtin Time, earlier this season, one of the scouting reports for him is he's very methodical in his movement. And so if he just does things, well in terms of moving out in the right spots, in the right place, he has a chance here against Dark Menace. He scouts that this was at hatchery first. He also scouts that that drone has every intention to make a third hatchery right away. And so I like the fact that he attacked it, but he should have followed it, right? And to confirm, and also prevent him from taking this third. Because once he puts down this third, the Reaper can't get to that anymore. He can't touch that third base. Instead, the Reaper gets in late. The SCV went back home. He didn't deny or delay that third that much. And this is the basic dance between the Reaper and the 4 Lings. Although, Dark Menace made a little bit more extra Lings here than usual. To make sure he doesn't hop on to this platform and have enough to defend that in the second base. So Hurtin Time scouts the third base. He's going through his motions. He's got his factory almost done, and immediately afterwards, I bet he's going to put down his starport. A good scout here for Dark Menace. Sees that these are all just basic meta build orders for Hurtin Time. Now the question here is is he gonna drop extra barracks before a third CC, or is he gonna put down the CC first? Looks like he's banking minerals here. So alright, so he puts down the starport, which is the typical 1-1-1 build here. But is he gonna put down the barracks before this the command center? Another good scout here for Dark Menace. Makes these mules pull, and that's actually a pretty significant pull because those mules will expire and you need to get the most out of them by mining. And so those are indirect damage just for a few Zerglings that Dark Menace sent out. Now here's a Roach Warren. I'm guessing this is a safety Roach Warren, because he did see some Hellions, right? And so sometimes the Terran, there's a third CC. Sometimes the Terran decides to go with a Hellbat push. And if you do not have Roaches or Banelings during a Hellbat push, you could just straight up die. And so yeah, you gotta make sure you put down a safety Roach Warren, or you have your Banelings, and as soon as you see these making their way across the map, you morph your Banelings. But here is the push. He's just poking. This is not really committed. He's just trying to see where he can get to. Dark Menace preempts that other attack with the queens already in place. Runs by, but there's really only one drone here, so he only gets one drone. In return, he lost a Hellion, I think, on the way, and had the rest damaged. And so Dark Menace is just... Oh, actually, he's not droning away. He's making roaches. Now, let's see if he continues to make roaches here, or that's just really for defense. Puts down his Baneling. And there's one Viking. They actually call this the Polt Viking, because it was Polt who started doing this. One of the first ones to do this. Where he makes one Viking, and then he clears out the surrounding overlords. That way, prevents the Zerg from scouting, and also gives some, restricts their vision. So Dark Menace is going to put down a Spire. Now, he's actually electing not to transfer the drone set. There it is, he's finally transferring it. I think it's because of the presence of the Hellions. Whoa! 3 armories for Hurtin' Time. So I think he's going to do a full-out mech build here. There is only one oh no, there is 2 factories. And he did not research stim, so it is going to be a full mech here. And the best way to do a methodical attack is, you know, once you have a good mech army, is to slowly push. But it's a pretty slow process, and you don't want to move out with a mech army until you have about 150, 160 supply. Alright, there's a good attack here. He gets 2 drones, but that might be it. He transformed them to Hellbats. There are roaches there. Roaches are perfect against these Hellbats. He cleans them up, so that's not worth it. He lost about 5 Hellions in exchange for a few Lings and a couple of drones, so that's not worth it. Spire's almost done, but looks like Hurtin' Time's not going to be moving out anytime soon. He needs to be ready for the Spire though, because I remember his game versus Regret where he went mech and he did not make any turrets, and this, you know, the Mutas just swooped in and he lost a lot of units, and from then on it went downhill. So hopefully he learned from that game, and he is making the turrets, so I think he is prepared for this Muta switch. He does need to make 1 Thor or 2. Alright, so there's a couple of Banelings that they're gonna get hit by the siege tank from far away though, so they didn't really do any damage. I'd like him to complete that wall on the right side of his 3rd, right? So just prevent any more waddling Banelings to go there and blow up a bunch of your SCVs. Mutas are in production. Baneling speed, so it's gonna be Muta, Bane, Muta, Ling Bane here for Dark Menace. And there's the Thor, and with the personal transport of the Medivac, because that Medivac is not really there to heal. It's really to transport the Thor around because of the mobility of the Mutas. But no, actually he's gonna use that to drop mines. Or are those mines, or are they Hellions? No, Hellions. So he's gonna see if he can pull a fast one on Dark Menace. But Dark Menace does have a few Overlords spread out. And this one passes along the Overlord, but, you know, we are not pros. Does he see it, or does he see it? Right? And it doesn't indicate that he has seen that. There are a couple of Queens there. And, you know, he doesn't want to alert, so he drops it off to the far left, and then he's gonna run in with these Hellions and see how many drone kills he has. While the Mutas make their way, but there is a turret there. The turret will kill 1 Muta immediately. 5 drones fall, 7. That was actually very worth it now. And the Mutas are still damaging here. There are a lot of... Well, so he pulls away the SCVs to repair, and I think that's gonna be enough. The Thor's gonna make quick work on these Mutas here. 1 falls immediately. There's 1 left that's just hiding in the corner. It's not going to do much. He's going to make an extra turret there for safety. And you know what? Hurtin' Time's in good spot here, right? He has more workers than the Zerg. He is approaching the 150 supply mark. And once you get to there, then you can start thinking about moving out. His 222 is on the way. So... there's the final Muta. With upgrades, mech army is really scary. But there is a big army posturing in front of the 3rd of the Terran. The Lings come in, the Banelings waddle in. There are tanks, but there's only 1 tank in the front. There is tank in the high ground. The Mutas are trying to pick it off. Will they pick off this tank in time? Yes, they do. So that 1 tank in the high ground was shelling away at the army. Falls. Now it's left to the 2 Thors to see if they can hold this off. 1 Hellion is going to help out with the Lings, and I think the Thors are enough to clean up the roaches here. The 1 Viking does land, but I think he's going to clean this up. He did lose a lot of army, and he lost 41 SCVs, so that was a very critical attack there for Dark Menace, but it's not over yet. He does have 3 CC. Actually, he does have 4 CCs, so he can make SCVs rather fast. But this gives ample time for the Zerg to get all the things that he wants. He's got his 73 workers, 75 in fact. He has Lurker Den on the way. Hive is about to be finished. and he's just rounding out the ideal composition that he wants to have. In the meantime, the Terran is hurting. Hurting time is hurting. He needs more time here to rebuild, and he does not have. He has 3 factories, and unfortunately, they don't build like the Zerg. They increment 1 at a time per factory, or double if you have a reactor, and he doesn't have enough. Alright, so here's the big attack, and I don't think that's enough to stop this. The last Thor is going to fall. The 3rd CC is gonna fall. There's more tanks there, but he is losing way too much. That's not enough here. He can't just trade here. He needs to win these battles convincingly to be able to have a chance, but he lost his 3rd. He does have another CC that he can just float there immediately, but he's losing more SCVs. He's down to 24. He has Vikings. He's gonna have to land them to even to join the fight. Actually, he didn't lose the 3rd. It flew away, but 3 of his CCs are in the air and not doing anything. And I think this will signal the end here. He had a good start there. I think he needed more tanks in his 3rd. He needed more defensive structures just to screw up with the AI of the Zerg. You need to put some stuff in the front. And Dark Menace caught him at the right time. He navigated that to a victory. Good job by Dark Menace. Curtain Time had plenty of opportunities there. Unfortunately, he just got caught at the wrong time.
Yeah, I was watching that, and you know, he had 3 tanks up front that they really had no protection on. They were on siege, and 2 tanks were way up front by themselves. That was
that's right.
That's extremely careless, especially
And,
on the most important units you have in the beginning, right?
Well, also, that's your forward base, and so if there were any attacks that were going to be coming, it's going to come through there, and so that should be your most the priority in terms of where you need to rally your units and start building up.
Yeah.
And he didn't have enough units there for some reason.
Yeah, he just kind of... Okay, so Maligan's here, he can help you cast, but yeah, definitely, if you're going to play mech, you can't lose units like that. You gotta hold back, make sure your tanks are set, and then boom. Because he had everything he wanted, except for the 3 tanks super exposed.
Because if he didn't die there, right, his upgrades were on the way, 222 were going to be finished soon. I think he was in a good position, right? But not having enough units in the front, I think that has to do with the fact that he only had 3 factories, right?
Yeah, factories count was low, and then he also did a Hellion drop that he didn't have the units. But Maligan, did you watch that game? You ready to cast this one? What do you think?
Yep. Yeah, too bad he definitely lost those tanks. So if he could have held that, you're right. It would have been a different game.
Alright,
Alright.
well, here we go, guys. Game 2.
Let's do game 2.
Game 2.
Jagannatha.
You guys are watching.
FSL.
Oh shoot!
Well, what's wrong?
I picked I reversed the map because I was looking at Hyper Turtle game. But
I'll ask him if it's
luckily,
okay.
Luckily, they're the same 2 maps for games 1 and 2.
Oh, well, there you go.
Alright.
Alright, let's introduce our players here. On the top right corner, taking that game number 1. Our number 1 seed, Zerg, he is.
Dark Menace.
Alright, our player in the bottom left, he's down 1 game. It is.
And thanks for that raid, Buka Shade. You are watching, well, actually, since you got raided, let's do that again.
FSL Season 4.
Alright.
So far, so good. Nothing fancy.
Alright, so, well, yeah, so standard builds here for both.
Yeah, standard builds. I wonder if Hurt in Time will still go for his mech build, which I think he will.
Yeah, let's see if the biggest signal there is if he drops a tech lab on his barracks and a research stim. But looks like it's just gonna be a Reaper expand here for the Terran. Zerg is just going through its motions with a hatch pool opening. He is going to take his third really early. Look at that.
Wow.
Before 2 minutes.
I
Like
know,
most
right?
Zergs take that third around 210, 213 from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, he needs to scout that.
He takes it at, well, there you go. It's closer to the 210, 213.
Yeah.
I think he just sent it early. And takes it right now. There it is, 215. All right, so it's pretty
Standard, yep.
normal, not out of the ordinary.
Normal three base for Zerg. Here goes the harass. Let's see how many he can kill.
Right, so there's only 2 Zerglings here, and I think he can take these 2 Zerglings.
Yeah, with a good micro.
With the micro here. So, yeah, so Dark Menace elected to cut corners here by only making those 2 Zerglings there, and he realized that. It's like, alright, that's not enough. Let me make 4 more, just in case.
Yeah, so this is good why you need to harass, right? Because it forces Zerg to make units instead of drones.
Your opponents are always trying to find ways to cut corners, right?
Yeah.
And if you don't put that pressure, then those corners that they cut benefit them significantly, right?
Yep.
Alright, so here's the harass. If he didn't have these Zerglings here, this Reaper will just be harassing till the end here and will probably pick off a drone or 2. But instead, these Lings, well, 1 falls. So that one
Reapers done good.
Well, 3 kills already, right?
Yeah, and then he has some good scout there, but he needs to scout the third. See the timing there.
Yeah. So
up there he goes. Now he
still
sees
hasn't.
it.
Yeah, he still hasn't committed whether it's a bio or mech, right? I like the fact that he's dropping down his 3rd CC again. So 3 CC build. There is a tech lab, but let's see if that's just for add-ons for the factory or if he's really gonna commit to a stim. This Reaper is still annoying, but I think it's gonna fall here in about a few more. Oh no, he gets away!
He got away! Nice!
Nice micro here, but you know, the long run.
The Link's busy.
The long
instead
run.
Of going to your base.
Yeah. Yeah, but there is
he sees the mine, triggers
it. Oh, but it kills the SCV. So
friendly fire.
That was a traitor mine. All right, so the Lynx come here.
All right, he needs to make that survive. There you go.
A good micro here. No, don't attack.
Oh, why are you attacking that? Attack the lead.
All right, so attacking the rocks actually cost him a couple more SCVs.
Yeah.
Right?
I think he misclicked there.
Alright, so this is just a reminder that even though Hurt in Time is down 0-1, and if he does lose this game, he's still not out of the playoffs. There's still a chance for him to make it, but then it'll really be up to Mizel.
Yeah, if Mizel loses, correct? Then he's in.
If Mizel loses, both Frieden and Hurt in Time are in.
Okay.
So, you know, those 2 will be cheering. But I think if Hurt in Time wins here and wins game number 3, then he's in and he doesn't have to worry about Mizel.
Yeah. You know, look at that. Hurt in Time is floating with so much money and gas.
Yeah, this is the time that you start dropping your extra...
Yeah, extra factories or whatever.
Right.
Look at that. He's now hitting 1,000 minerals. That's insane.
Yeah.
That means that you're not spending it. You're not spending the structures and the units.
Yeah, I think he's preoccupied with micro.
Yeah, with the micro with his Helions.
Yeah, and let's see if that.
Oh,
all right. So almost. The SCVs get damaged.
Took out the SCV as well.
Right, but you're right. There's 1,200 minerals here backed up.
Minerals. And how many factories does he have? I think he only has.
He's only making his 3rd so far, right?
Yeah, he needs to drop more, really.
Yep. So he is making Vikings.
Yeah, because look at that. Zerg is taking his fort.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well,
It's
because
really
Dark
behind.
Menace says, "All right, I can freely take this, right? You haven't taken your third. Well, you know what? He's got to be careful. Maybe it's lucky that he doesn't have enough factories
Yeah.
to produce stuff. But
Imagine if Hurt in Time was building all the way through this, then he could just roll over Dark Menace. But too bad he's not. So
well,
it's
but
really
that's
like
the advantage of when you scout that this is mech.
Mhm.
As Zerg, you have a timer. And it's like, all right, my timer is when they attack and when they move out. It's gonna be a while because it takes a while for the mech unit to get
Yeah.
set up. That's when you get signaled. All right, I'm gonna take my fourth, push my creep out, because I'm not gonna die anytime soon. Right?
Yep.
All right, so he did spend his money hurting time, but there's still a lot more. He does need to drop more factories.
He's making a lot of Vikings. How many Vikings does he have? Let's see. Oh, okay, 3, 5.
Alright, so here's the Hellions get caught up in the middle of the map here. But Dark Menace scouts that a third hasn't even been landed yet.
Yeah.
So Hurting Time drops his 3 armories just like last time, but I think everything else is later. Last game he had a good setup. He was ahead in workers. He had his Fort CC. And really, just you need to add more factories so you can increase your production, and just make sure your units are in place and your third to defend it.
Yeah, but I think he's so behind now. Look at that.
Yeah, but as long as he gets to his ideal mech comp, he still has.
Yeah, he can slowly. Yeah, he can slowly push out.
Because Dark Menace hasn't even put down his infestation pit yet. He is droning up like a madman. 13 roaches are in the way though, and roaches are not very good against a lot of tanks, right?
Yeah,
And
I see 3 armories for Hurt in Time, but nothing is upgrading.
Yeah, it's nothing. He does have the money, so these are small things that that he could really fix in his game, right? Make it more efficient.
Yep.
But the better look here is that he's made a lot of tanks.
Yeah, at this point, Zerg is about to just explode. Look at that. It's just 164. He's gonna get maxed out soon.
The Zerg really can't kill you if you have this many tanks.
Yeah, this many tanks.
Lurkers are on the way. In chat, the 3 armory build, it's a classic, right? We don't typically see that these days because typically you make 2 and you're upgrading both for your mech army, the ground factory units. But he does make 3, and like what you mentioned, oh no, that was a throwaway Viking there. But he does make 3 factories and are not utilizing it. He has the money. And
Zerg's about to max out.
Yeah, and
a run in. That will shut down this expansion.
So another thing with this mech is you need to have you'll have excess minerals, and that excess minerals you need to use on making Hellions just to be able to respond to some Ling run-bys such as these.
Yeah.
Right? And he's late on this. The Hellions are probably finally being produced.
And here we go.
All right, here we go. He doesn't have enough tanks here. They have tanks on the high ground.
This base is gonna fall for sure.
So I think it's the same problem as game number 1, where he has a lot of units, but they're actually just scattered all over the place, right?
Yeah.
He has another tank in the high ground that is not siege. That could be, dishing out a lot of damage, but it's not siege. It's just sitting there. Upgrades have started, but should have been finished by now if he started at the right time. In the meantime, the Zerg comfortably at 76 workers, 167 supply, and now upgrading to Hive. The Hive's going to be done in about what, 20, 30 seconds?
Yeah,
At that
supplies
point-
also twice as many. Look at that. 192 against 90 supply. That's crazy. So I think he will be able to hold this because he has a lot of tanks. But yeah, it's just slowing down the death, right?
I need to do a scan here to take care of that one lurker. There's a run by on the Hellions, but even the Hellions, they don't have blue flame yet, right? If you're doing a mech build, these are the this is when you dot your I's, cross your T's, right? Well, you're gonna make Hellions because of the mineral dome, so might as well get your blue flame because you already have a factory that has a tech lab. Might as well get it, right? And then you put down your armories, make sure you're using it. So those are the small things. Now he's making 6 tanks at a time, right? Finally, he has the armories. I mean the factories.
Yep.
But the problem you have now is Zerg is on Hive, and now units are available to him.
Oh, and he gets surrounded here by his tanks. It's not enough tanks, I think.
Well,
and they're
well, yeah. As I say that, the lings fall really quickly, but
yeah,
you need to have blue flame as well to deal with these lings. But here's the problem, right? When I say Hive, the units are now available to the Zerg to start sieging you.
Ooh,
and he's gonna start getting to Broodlords, right?
That's gonna be it. It's funny how that animation looks. It's like a, those oh, there's the Nidus. Oh boy, there's no defense there. So this main base is gonna fall. There's just what, 2 tanks there? Oh
yeah, there's
boy.
just 2 tanks, and this is how he can just pull him apart. Because now these tanks are gonna unsiege, and then at the same time he's gonna pounce on the 3rd.
Yeah, and he puts everything.
I think this is going to yeah, that's it, because the 3rd's gonna fall really quickly.
Yeah, I think he shouldn't have pulled everything out. Oh man. Terran is panicking at this point now, look at that. Oh no.
Yeah, and even if he he's gonna survive here, right? But he's gonna be surviving here.
But he's
stuck on these 2 bases, and Broodlords are on the way.
Yeah.
And how do you deal with Broodlords as Terran? Well, 2 ways, right? One is you make a lot of Vikings, or you make Ghosts so you can snipe them. And neither of those are viable options at this stage.
Yeah.
Right?
Or Thors, right? A lot of Thors.
Or Thors too, yeah. Thors as well. But with all of the... You need a ton though.
Yeah.
Right now he's been stuck on making tanks.
And here are the Corruptors. And definitely look at that Zerg. Zerg is so rich. 7,000 minerals. Crazy. Oh boy, Terran is now broke.
Yep, the CC falls. Does he have a spare CC? But it doesn't even matter because I don't even think... Well, he's gonna move his main CC down. And once that falls, because when the Broodlords show up, I think he would just type GG at this point.
Yeah, that's 8 Broodlords right there. With no contest. It'll just reign supreme.
Yeah, this is the last game for both these players. Dark Menace will cap off his run in this regular season with the #1 seed by winning this last game.
Did he lose a map?
He lost a couple of maps.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's
here are the Broodlords. He has no answer for the Broodlords. Actually,
GG.
The worst answer for the Broodlords are a bunch of tanks, and that is the GG.
Yep.
Oh.
Tech switch there by Dark Menace.
Yeah, you control the tempo, you control the map, and control that win. Good job.
Yep. Good game.
Good games.
Good game, players.
Good game, guys.
Yep, good game. So, Hurtin' Time, I noticed in that game 1, you were in good position there. You went mech. You had 3 armories, and you're about to be finished with 2-2-2. But unfortunately, you only had 3 factories, and by the time he attacked, there was just not enough units. So I really corrected that. But what was going through your mind in game #1 there?
Well, in game #1, I never located his army, so I didn't know what he had. He was just expanding, and my mistake was moving out with a few troops to ledge one of his expansions, and then I didn't have enough at home. But yeah, I was just surprised by the sheer number, just that came in.
Yeah, and I think you lost a lot of Helions, I think, as well in the beginning, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
Maybe a drop.
Yeah,
Maybe a few. Maybe
yeah, a few here and there, but I think the biggest part there is there were not enough tanks. There were only a couple of tanks in the front and one in the high ground in the back.
Yeah.
And a boatload of units coming in. That was just not enough to withstand it. Were you planning on, for tonight, you really planned on going mech all the way?
Yeah, because I haven't been playing that much last week. When I started playing again, I was like, I'm gonna just start practicing mech because I hadn't played mech so much.
Yeah, this is the problem with StarCraft. You don't play it a lot or frequently, you lose that timing. You lose that edge.
That's true. If he's he's working on his mech on this one, he's doing it against the toughest Zerg, which mechanically produces the most out of all the Zergs. And
but
go ahead.
I was gonna say that I felt like that was probably my only chance because I struggle with microing against banelings a lot, and I find that when I get later into the game, then I struggle against ultras when I'm bio. So it's like.
So we never got to see your full force bio, which you actually practice better because you're doing mech, but it doesn't seem like your builds are on point because you had a lot of money, but you weren't making factories. You're floating so much of everything because you hadn't practiced that build. I think you were much better off playing bio because that is what you practice, even though you were at one point a mech player, right? So, a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation, I guess. So,
yeah.
Yeah, but this gives you a feel of the level at Codes and what to improve on. The good news is for you, Hurt in Time, I think for the mech build you have, it's just a couple of minor things to address. One is if you have that much money, drop 3 more factories, drop another command center. That's really all you had to do, and the games will be completely different for you. And that's just one small thing. So, anyway, good seeing you this season, man. And and we'll see you again.
You're still not out, right? Because you still have a chance.
Yeah,
I need help, right? Yeah.
You need help from Mr.
Mizel.
He has to lose against Regret.
So basically, you need to cheer for Regret.
Yeah, for him. And
Never.
But here's the thing. I mean,
cheer for Mizel.
Regret is favored in that game. I think the last few times they face, Mizel has lost, but Mizel's a lot better these days. So we'll see what happens.
A lot better.
I'm actually excited to see what that result would be because if it was Mizel from 2 months ago, I'd say 2-0 Regret. But this time, Mizel is ready, and so we'll see how that works out. So it could go either way.
And Mizel has actually demonstrated a lot of good play lately.
Yeah.
On the other side of the coin, if you ask what Regret's best matchup is against Terran.
That's the thing. That can go either way. So I have no idea now who's going to win there. I think a small edge to Regret if I have to pick one. But anyway, guys. Let's
game.
Let's talk to our winning player here, Dark Man.
Yeah, exactly. Don't forget about him. Quietly going through the season.
Quietly
dominating,
quietly getting the #1 seed, only dropping 2 maps and undefeated. How did you feel with that win tonight?
Well, I mean, I'm happy I won 2-0, so I have a better win-loss ratio than Neutrophil, but I don't know, it's kind of sloppy for me, and I kind of really didn't scout much.
Wow, sloppy for you. You look great there, actually.
Yeah.
He was
good timing when you hit me in game 2. The timing was really good.
Spot on. Yeah, you were like twice his supply at one point. So it was impressive.
Yes, he's thinking playoff mode, because he can't be sloppy in playoff mode. So maybe that's what it is.
Actually, I'm looking at the playoffs. I think we looked at it differently. Wrong. I looked at it wrong. Mizel is actually playing Neutrophil.
Oh,
And
that changes
Regret-
everything, guys.
And
I was
Regret
gonna
is
say.
playing Freedom, right? Regret is playing Freedom, so
Yeah, I see.
that changes everything.
Okay, well, it's still on
But this
free
is
then.
the last game of Dark Menace, right?
Yes, he's
This is the
done.
his last.
Neutrophil
Okay.
playing next this Friday, but Hurting Time is done as well for the regular season. And it's just now about the playoffs. But good job, Dark Menace, for a
Yeah, good game.
very good, successful season 4 of FSL.
Yeah.
Now you're just gonna have to finish it off with a championship victory. So good luck to you in the playoffs, and also good luck Hurting Time. Hopefully you can eke in there. But let's see how it falls. So
Yeah, if you eke in there, you and I should do some practice sessions. I'll help you out because I think just small tweaks here and there, man, we get a very different Hurting Time.
Yeah. Yep.
all right,
All right.
good job, Jared.
Okay.
All right, so
Good job,
let's
guys.
move on.
All right. Okay, bye everybody.
So Hyper Turtle had problems with his account.
So he can't log in. So maybe he can borrow somebody else's account so he can
So
play.
he actually ran over to War Bunny's house so he can log in his computer.
Ran over? Well, I mean, ran to the house.
Well, maybe he drove there, so I think he drove there.
Are they neighbors or something?
He said 3 minutes when he left.
Wow. So these
But
guys are.
He tried to log in with his own Battle.net account, and there was something screwed up, and he can't log on. So he's asking if he can use War Bunny's account to play.
Why not? I mean, as long as we see
Right,
him on
just as-
camera playing.
Alright, so as long as we see him playing, and they're both here, let's actually talk to them. Let's see if we can bring them on.
Talk to these guys. Seth, let you turn on your cam too.
Yeah, let's start. Joining us are.
All
It says Bun
right.
Bun, but it's not Bun Bun. This is Hyper Turtle. We've got Casper here back.
Oh yeah. You know what? This
Nice.
is funny because this is actually the important match of today.
Yes,
And this is
the
and this is gonna be Zerg versus Zerg.
Well, we'll see. They did.
Oh,
Both of
actually,
them have been playing
actually
random.
going Protoss
look
today.
at
Oh, he's
that.
going Protoss.
The power of
Is that
Protoss.
the new Battle.net one that we?
Let me see that shirt. Let's show us that
yeah,
shirt.
I don't know.
Oh wow.
One of the
that
new
is
ones.
sick.
Nice.
I love it. It's
That's
awesome.
the one that Blizzard had 50% off on their site.
What?
And I
When
bought.
was
Yeah.
this?
It's still there.
And
But I bought 2 Zerg shirts and a Terran.
Okay, I'm going there and buying some.
It's
Yeah, but
Fanatics.
look
so
at
they
that.
act like every day will be the last day of the sale. So
But you know what? Look at Casper. He has his what is that? A Baneling?
Yeah, I got my Baneling here ready.
There we
one of
go.
the ones you can turn inside out, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's the one that
Yeah,
they're
we
really,
got
they're
one of
really
those
hard to do. It's sturdy though. Let me
Nice.
see if I can get this thing to go.
So both players are representing.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so before we do that, let's just look and give free advertising to Blizzard. And I'm looking at the website now.
I
right?
feel dirty already.
65% off. Hey, I want these shirts. So
Wait,
oh my gosh.
65% off?
It's up to 65%
Yeah,
off.
but no,
the
look at
t-shirts are
look
just
at
50.
the Battle Cruiser. It's half off. If you scroll
Oh
up,
my gosh, I'm buying that.
Oh, I
I'm
thought
buying
that was.
this Artanis too.
This
Okay,
this
looks
isn't the full size one though. This is about half the size.
Like,
Yeah, but
the
it's still
carrier is not on
50%
sale,
off.
guys. The carrier is not on sale, darn it. How did they come up with all this stuff and then they didn't have it for the one BlizzCon? They look like so wrong. Oh my gosh, look at that StarCraft hat. Oh my gosh, I'm buying right after this, guys. They even have the female ones. Oh my
Nice.
goodness.
Yep.
Alright, let's get out of this thing. This is cool.
You make sure you type in coupon Archon Services LLC.
So you get credit also. It's good. It is good, man. So I'm definitely grabbing a couple too. So perfect for Christmas.
All right, now back to the game. Like we were talking about earlier, Hyper Turtle wins, he's in. And he loses, he's out. So this is a playoff game for Hyper Turtle.
Oh, okay.
Casper is already in.
Mm.
But, you know, like I said earlier, he's not giving anything to anybody, right? They need to take it away from him.
Yes, I like that.
So, Hyper Turtle, what have you been doing to prepare for this monumental game for you here?
I've been saving some builds, you know. Obviously, I've been jumping around between races, so and I've been paying very close attention to Casper's previous games.
There you go.
Ah.
And I've
Nice.
been, as far as preparations go, I've also been desperately trying to figure out why I can't log into StarCraft when I can log into Heroes of the Storm and Warcraft 3. I think it
wow.
has something to do with my new iPhone and the fact that I was using the Blizzard Authenticator, but I'm going to be talking to tech support right after this.
Got it.
Could be. Yep.
That's fine. And
one more question before we go to Casper here. Were you planning on playing Protoss all tonight, or are you gonna mix it up?
I'm going to be sticking with Protoss. I really hate Roach versus Roach.
power of Protoss. It's coming out, boys.
I don't even know how to build roaches, man. I don't know.
I think it's the R key.
Is it R? Oh, I thought it was.
He's gonna be all links
Yes.
and bait links.
I don't believe any Zerg doesn't know how to make a roach, but
All right, what about you, Casper? Are you sticking with your tried and true Zerg, or are you gonna mix it up?
Yeah, I think I'll stay. I'll stay Zerg unless
somehow
unless
he's
I
way
get
ahead.
embarrassed. Yeah, unless he comes out there and just absolutely crushes me. Now,
Or you crush him that you feel so comfortable, you go the other.
Yeah,
you're gonna smile on me, man.
You're gonna throw his game plan off a little bit.
Exactly. Who knows? But you do have at least one fan on the chat, Casper.
Nice.
Yeah, he's been saying "Let's go, Casper" several times. So
nice.
I have no clue who that is.
Maybe this
Secret
is the guy
admirer,
who
man.
reported my Blizzard account and got me banned or something.
Yeah, man. I guess they
Probably.
put you in an unfamiliar place. They're like, all right, let's make him play, not at home. So.
Well, luckily War Bunnies lives right across the alley from me, and I brought my keyboard and mouse, so I am perfectly comfortable. I'm ready to go.
Nice.
Oh, awesome.
Cool.
all right, well, we have a playoff feel for tonight's game. Well, at least for Hyper Turtle, anyways. And I'm gonna be excited to see how this turns
We
out.
showed that on screen, so let's look at that really quick. So the scenario. Seth already pointed it out for us. Hyper Turtle wins, he's in. If Casper wins, Little Reaper's in. So that's what's at stake tonight. Everyone plays to win. Good luck, gentlemen.
All right. Good luck.
Your one fan is channeling all his energy on you, Casper. he needs you to win, so he's in.
All right, let's
All
go do it,
right.
guys. Good luck,
All right,
guys.
And I'm gonna.
EVZ.
All right. Good luck, boys. And then you guys are gonna cast this. I'm gonna jump off.
Yep.
Yeah, we can do that.
Good luck, guys.
No worries.
Oh,
Alright.
we lost War Bunnies here, but yes, we will cast this.
Let's get his camera on before we.
Ooh. Alright, let's wait for War Bunnies to come back in. But waiting for KJ to join the lobby as well. Ooh.
So while we're sorting that out, here are the map selections, guys. Cameras went off for the players.
Yeah, we're gonna. I think Casper went to another lobby. We just need to bring him back in. He
Okay.
thought it was just like the 2v2 where they go to
Nah,
the
we just drag
lobby.
it. No worries.
Yeah.
And so for game one, guys, we're gonna see Lightshade, then Jagannatha, and then 2,000 Atmospheres, the big map. So no crazy maps really. These maps are consistently vetoed in best of 3. So, but in the playoffs, we'll start to see them because we'll have to get best of 5s and best of 7
Yeah.
eventually. So.
Well, yeah. So playoffs, you only have one veto at that point. So you either veto Blackburn or Beckett. So.
Alright, well, let's get their cameras on again, please. There you go. We got
We're just
Casper
waiting.
now.
I'm gonna mute and deafen Casper here and wait for
Yeah.
Hyper Turtle.
Bring Hyper Turtle back in here before we get going here because we do want the player cameras. Guys, this is it. Match everyone's waiting for because of the huge implications.
That is right.
Of this. I myself.
I know Little Reaper is. Oh, there he is.
watching.
All right.
He's watching. Yeah, I'm sure he is really watching this.
All right, so we just need the cams on for Hyper Turtle. I'm gonna mute deafen both of them, and we can get started.
Yeah, so, well, you need to tell him to turn it on before you mute him. Otherwise, he doesn't. So, guys, this is the we went our order today. Code A was supposed to happen earlier, but as mentioned, Hyper Turtle had an issue. And now, so we went to Code S first, and now we are back here. So we have a final map tonight, guys. Final match tonight. The first map going to be Lightshade.
Lightshade. Both.
Excited. What do you think? Because we haven't seen Hyper Turtle's Protoss all season, and it's his best race.
Well,
he wants
no, I think I've seen him. We've seen him once or twice.
The experiment thing or something. Anyway, guys, you're watching the final match tonight. If Hyper Turtle wins, he goes through. This is
FSL Season 4.
Alright, on the top left corner, our green Zerg, he is
Casper 631.
And the bottom left playing is his original Protoss. That's not War Bunnies, by the way. And this is why we have intros. This is
Hyper Turtle.
So yeah, our intros finally has a good reason to exist.
Alright, so low ground wall here for our Protoss player.
Alright, PVZ, I love this matchup actually. I love playing it. Second favorite after ZVT.
Is this your favorite matchup?
To watch ZVT is probably the best, although it's changed lately because of all these changes in the game in the last 5 years, right? The things that Protoss can do, the things Zerg has figured out to do, the Queen Walks, etc. And then I started playing Protoss also, so I'm really enjoying watching this matchup. Although, of course, universally, I think ZVT is the most exciting period, right?
Yeah, I think with ZVT, the thing with Terran versus Zerg is once the action starts, right? It doesn't stop. It just keeps going, throughout the entire game. That's what's exciting about it.
Oh man, look at this though. E is allowing, if Casper actually does a hatch block, it puts Hyper Turtle way behind because you can kind of drone and Protoss has to all in you. But if he does it, I don't think he's gonna do it.
He doesn't have enough minerals yet, so he doesn't want to give it away. But no, he's gonna leave.
Yeah, I think that was a missed opportunity. I feel like, because this is not an efficient build for Protoss. Unless it's like a 12 pool, which is not.
Yeah.
And obviously it's not because he sent a drone, right?
Yep. So what KJ is mentioning here is he invested on putting down his second gateway and the cyber before putting down his nexus, right?
And that wall is not very good. Look at that. A Ling Flood can get in there.
Yeah, he's gonna have to have two zealots there, shoulder to shoulder, just to stop that. But like what you mentioned, unless it's a 12 pool, you can safely just drop down your nexus before cyber, right? And most people do that, and that way you can get your nexus up and running and get your econ up and running, and then right after your nexus, you put down your cyber and you're fine. You can complete your wall. You can make your adept, so you're safe against any poking lings. But instead, he sets himself behind there. So it's a Stargate here for Hyper Turtle. And they're just going through their motions. A third by Casper. I like this third.
Yeah,
he's just droning up.
Protoss should still be ahead of Warper at this point, but now because of that open.
Yeah, exactly. Because at this stage, about 3:30. Protoss should still be ahead of Workers, right? But instead, Casper's ahead already. He's gonna be droning up. He's pushing his creep out. Now, does Hyper Turtle have something planned in terms of timing, or he's just gonna go through the motions?
I think he's gonna expand to a third base, unless he's gonna go all in, because his all in won't come in effective. He doesn't have the Twilight. He only has one Void Ray. That doesn't make sense. I think he's doing this so he can expand.
But he has two adepts, and he can start poking with them, start clearing out some straggling lings, right? and at the same time go all the way to the other side, and that way you can scout and see what the other guy's doing. And even if all of that, you add in the fact that it makes the Zerg build Zerglings.
Yeah, you're 100% correct there, Seth. Here's the problem. And even at my level when I do Protoss, when I harass with Adepts, I then don't macro as well. So unless I really do enough damage, and I agree with you, he should poke in a little bit. But I think he's just simplifying his life where he just uses it for defense and then he's expanding. And there it is, right? He got the expansion pretty good time. And we see Hydra then. So perfect for the Void Ray, Air, or Stargate though.
That's right. So I think he stopped pushing the creep, right? He made it so he can connect the second and the third. But he should still keep pushing that across the map. The thing about Lightshade is you can easily push that creep halfway across the map this early, right?
Yeah, that's true. He just neglected to do that. Remember, guys, these are not... this is the mid-level league, so they're going to make a lot of mistakes that we don't normally see in the Code S level. But, you know, these guys will eventually be in Code S, I think.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about it the other day, right? We need to, in Season 5, we'll create a new division called maybe S+.
Yep, Code S+.
Where now we'll move up Dark Menace, we'll move up Neutrophil, and we'll have both you and Sir Malignant and maybe myself will go into that.
Yep.
And these players can safely move up to Code S and have good competition, right?
True. Yeah, can clean things up. Now, the Void Rays coming in here, these are weird positioning on the spores here.
Yeah, but there are two queens here, so the two queens would be good to shoo this away. Look how fast they take out the shields.
Look what's happening. Hydra speed. He's gonna attack with these Hydras.
Yeah.
Not looking to.
Yeah, he hasn't made any drones in a while here. I think he's content with
long way
53.
too. So as not to alert the Protoss.
Well, I think he's doing that because he wants to siege the third base, and he wants to siege it.
That's
so.
And
But
Void
there's some
Ray
Void Ray.
alerted. Oh no! I don't think he has enough, Seth. There's a lot of Hydras. This is done. He doesn't have Storm. He doesn't have Colossus. He doesn't have a Disruptor. There's no DTs.
You need a lot of charge slots here against
no
that many
charge.
Hydras.
And that's gonna make short work of the third.
Looks like this is a 53 drone timing for Casper here, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's timed out where as soon as Hydra speed is done, he just produces a ton of Hydras and then just cancels your third. Even if he doesn't progress from here, he's super ahead, right?
Yeah, he's way behind now. There's no hope to hold this back. He has one Void Ray left.
Yeah, and the DPS on these Hydras are just tremendous.
Port
and
base
I think
for...
there's that quick game. You've got Little Reaper cheering on the edge of his seat. He's like, one more! Right, that's a good timing there for Casper.
Very good timing. That caught the Hyper Turtle by surprise, and he's like, normally see that, or he just didn't expect it. I don't think he saw the Hydras until they were already marching. That's
right.
the problem. And if you're going air, you're going against Hydras.
Yeah, it's not gonna be fun for you.
It's not gonna work. Yeah, it's not gonna work unless you have charge lot, fighting by shield batteries, and you have multiple Void Rays, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
He didn't have any of those except he had a Void Ray or two and Oracles. That was not good for him.
Yeah, but kudos to Casper, right? He cut drone production at some point, and then just that's it. He says, "I'm going all in from here." There were no Evo chambers, so there's really he's not playing for the long run, right?
He was decisive.
Decisive. He doesn't care about upgrades. He says, "I'm gonna win this right now, right here," and that's what he did.
Jagannatha is game 2, guys. That map is not big, just like game 1. 2,000 atmospheres is the big one, and maybe for Hyper Turtle's sake, if he does the same build, you better have AoE, because this map is the same size, I think.
Yeah, and also, he didn't do anything to slow down the Zerg. He didn't do any harass. The only harass he had was that one lone Void Ray that went across and was met with the double queen and a finishing spore. And that was it. And he went back home. So he needs to do something to make Casper not drone up that quickly.
Guys, this is the last life for Hyper Turtle. You're watching.
FSL Season 4.
Alright, on the bottom left corner, taking that game 1, our green Zerg. He is
Casper 631.
And not War Bunnies, but the guy who needs this game so he can get a game 3.
Hyper Turtle.
I don't know. Do you think it's a case of him not playing Protoss and he seemed to be pretty confident with his Protoss. If you took a peek at his ladder games, he was winning. What do you think? Protoss versus his Zerg.
Yeah, I think he had he know what type of composition he wants to get to, right? He just didn't get there because Casper initiated it and dictated the tempo. But I think if Casper sat back and kept droning up and went through his cycles, then Hyper Turtle would have gone to his composition that he planned and then would have fared better, right?
Oh, here you go again. Double gate. I sure hope if he's doing double gate, you better be aggressive because this pool is late. This may be your chance. If you are Hyper Turtle, chrono some Zealots if you need to. That'll cause a lot of problems for Zerg. They have to some of them overreact. You kill a few drones, you expand behind it, boom, you're ahead, right? But
yeah, because since you invested, since you invested in these double gateway early, might as well put them to good use. Because otherwise, you could have just easily put down your Nexus already.
Casper sees it. He knows what the build is. But the last time he saw it, nothing happened. Will he do a hatch block? Okay, a Zealot.
There's a chrono on the Zealot. Let's see if he does anything with
Casper,
it.
you should hatch block, but I guess he won the last time pretty easily. I think I wouldn't risk a hatch block and lose money. But although technically, there's no reason not to do it because he just puts Protoss way behind. You can even cancel it.
So my question is, do you think this is more of a case of there's a hole there.
That wall has 2 holes.
This is a case of PTSD on getting 12 pulled a lot in ladder.
It's possible, although it's a hard counter to a 12 pool. I guess you're right. However, he's known that Casper is not a 12 pooler.
Well, actually, there's a game that he did 12 pool.
Oh, did he? Is that why you think?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then he's basing it off one game to get ahead. But
no. So that's why
it's every game.
Yeah, that's why it's important to, you put down your pylon. You don't really need, unlike other races, the Protoss can get away with it. You put down your pylon and you go scout. You just send it across the map. That way you'll know, right?
Yeah. Either pylon scout, or you can actually even do it pylon gateway scout.
No, that might be a little late because you won't know until you get there. But if the spawning pool
for
is
the 12
up,
pool, yeah, you can defend it because basically once you don't see a hatchery, you send another. You're ready to send the other probe, and then you close it with a gateway and cyber, and then you just micro, and that should hold it. So that's what I do. But if you want to be super safe, for sure, you can do a pylon scout.
All right, so poke here for Casper. So this is what I'm talking about, right? You can afford a little bit of APM to poke, and then just when you send him out, and then go macro, and then poke again. Because poking gives you a lot of opportunities to not only scout their units, but also if their units are not there, they're moving out.
Yeah, here he sees 2 adepts, 1 zealot and 1 sentry. He knows where the gas went. He knows there's no Stargate just yet with a Void Ray coming out. He just now finished Robo, and there's nothing coming out of it yet because.
Yeah. And so these poking lings, which these are the only fighting units in the map, causes an overreaction for Hyper Turtle, right?
Yeah, he's just falling behind. But look at the workers already.
Right. But there's a War Prism on the way, so this might be a chance for Hyper Turtle.
Oh, wonder if he's doing the thing that got done to him by Little Reaper, which is the timing with the prism and just attack. Remember that?
Yeah.
But he needs.
He only has He only has 2 gateways though, so he can't produce that
never
many
mind, he
units.
can't do it. He's adding only a 3rd gateway, so it's not. That's not the attack we were talking about. Okay, he's
Yeah,
gonna
no.
harass with this instead. So
Right.
maybe he's doing that so he can expand again. But you know, getting an expansion wasn't his problem. It's surviving the Hydra attack, which is coming again. Look at that, the Hydra Den.
So let's see if Casper stops at 53 drones, and that's gonna tell us that he's got this build down pat.
Yeah,
Right?
you know what? If he didn't look good defending it, I would do it again.
Yeah. But you know, he's cutting drones already. He's not making any more drones.
Yeah, he's gonna do it again. I'm telling you, he's getting Hydra speed too, so it's the same stuff, man. He better get a Colossus. He has the tech. Oh yeah, he's getting the robotics bay, so that's a big
That's
deal.
good news. Alright, so these adepts might do a lot of work here. It shades on the moon base. There's not a lot of... there's nothing there.
But he missed micro it. He needed
But
to.
he's not killing drones right now. So
Yeah,
he
he
loses
missed
one
micro.
immediately. Second one falls. 3 drones have fallen, but the same number of adepts. So that's not a good
That's not
trade.
a fair trade for him. Did he lose the prism? He lost the prism.
Yeah, he did.
Oh
But
no. But he has Colossi.
with the Colossi and the range is being upgraded,
And
he
no
might
third base.
fare better.
Yeah, and no 3rd base. So there's not like he has to defend anything. He spent money on getting the Colossus and other things as fast as possible, right?
Yeah. So I like this Colossus. This is his his
Look,
adjustment.
he's just blindly gonna go again on the left side, saying, "You expand it, right? Right?" It's kind of like that meme.
Well, he does have an overlord nearby, but it hasn't confirmed that there is an expansion.
Well, he did expand. And it's
Oh,
the
here are the
worst
Lynx. The Lynx catches all these units, and the
Oh man, actually, this is too much damage.
yeah.
Oh no, I think he needs to cancel this and just hold back at home.
Cancel?
No,
not even
cancel. This is
All right. So
not a
let's see.
good start.
This is now a Helm's Deep situation, right? You know, a bunch of orcs are coming down. You just
Yeah.
need to defend.
And if you're Casper, he's still making units. He wants to end the game. I don't think he's like, okay, cool, no base, I'm gonna go drone up again. He is getting a fort though.
Yeah, he's getting it. But you know, the best way to defend this is a couple of Colossi just holding the wall. But you do not want to move out. That's the you don't want
He's
to
not
lose
by his
this.
shield battery. He's in a bad spot. He needs to close that
Shield
shot.
battery kicks off, but it's out of range.
Yeah, the shield battery's not in range. Oh no!
And that
Oh,
Colossus
man.
falls, and along with his hopes for the playoffs here, and
There's no more units coming in. Actually, I think if he had kept that Colossus,
he's
he'll
gonna
clean
clean
up.
it up.
But he
but
shouldn't
it
have
was
lost that
costly.
many. Yeah.
And because right now your only chance was to start making a critical number of Colossus.
Yep.
And so now he's back to one,
Just one.
right?
Just one. Only just one. He's down 11 workers and a base.
Yeah, and so Casper has started to drone up now again.
Yep.
Another Colossus on the way. But you know, this is a chance for, if Hyper Turtle has a chance in this game,
He
it
has a
would
chance.
be that he just masses Colossus and
Yep.
Casper stays on Hydras.
Yeah, he's still alive. I thought he'd be dead because I thought behind this Casper was making units. But he actually stopped. Which, you know, he wouldn't
Yeah,
have
but
known.
now
right?
he's droning up. See, look, 8 more drones.
And a 5th base.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's upgrading +1 range. The next thing you gotta think of if you're Zerg, yeah, there you go. I was gonna say, watch out for DTs, and then you gotta go Broodlords or Corruptors. You know, basically Spire, right? But
Yes.
Protoss is getting another, you know, another area of effect damage, which is Templar Archives for Storm and maybe Archons.
It's actually a good move because he has surplus gas, and he's gonna need to use them, you know, as fast as possible. He only has 1 Robo, so he can only increment 1 Colossus at a time. But you know what? He stopped producing Colossus. He should just keep making them at this point, right? At least make
Yeah.
4 or 5.
I wonder if he's like thinking, oh, Corruptors are coming. So, you know, that's why it's like, I'm just gonna make. He's giving too much credit that there's that kind of mind game at this point.
Well, Casper is moving out with, you know,
Oh, man.
escorted by overseers here. And there's only one Colossus in that left side. And
There's a bigger army with more upgrades. +1 was already done, right?
yeah, Lurker Tech is almost done. 30 links are gonna be able to join this
Here it
quickly
goes.
once they
There's a
hatch.
shield battery.
There's a shield battery. Does he use his
There's charge.
There it is. Now how good is that overcharge?
Not good enough.
Really?
There's a
Not
second
good enough.
Colossus.
There is the GG, and unfortunately
He fought hard. He almost got it. However, victorious is Casper.
Casper takes game number 2, and yeah, it's a good valiant effort for Hyper Turtle, but unfortunately his season, and 1v1 at least, will end there. He still has a 2v2
He has a
in
2v2
the playoffs.
with
And
Bun
we talk to our
Buns.
players. With Bun Bun, that's right. We talk to our players. Good games, gentlemen. Hyper Turtle, what was what did you have planned? You probably didn't get there because Casper had these sharp timings. But what did you have planned in those games?
Carrier Storm, Colossus Storm.
Oh, the scary ones.
Just never really was able to take my third very well, and I was just lagging behind the whole time. Never done it them, so.
Yeah. What you may not know is your 2 gateway build puts you behind. You know.
Oh, I know that. I was
okay.
expecting from his previous games, I was expecting a pretty big Ling flood early on.
Ah, I see. So you were trying to hard counter the old Casper, who now went to a 53 drone Hydra Ling. All
Timing.
in, pretty much. You know. Yeah. I do
Yeah, I
have a
saw your
question.
2 gateways, and I was just like, he's ready for that. So I just kept pressing drones. Yeah.
Well, I have a question too. You know, when you were scouting, you drone scouted, so you're scared of him too. You were scared of what he was doing. You drone scouted him. Let me ask you that though, real quick, right? You saw 2 gateways and a cyber. Did it cross your minds like, maybe I should hatch block this guy?
No, because I normally I kind of play in 2 different ways. I either try and get my queens and everything set up on my hotkeys and queen inject from the map and focus on their side. But if I'm on my side, like kind of what I played tonight, I was just like, I just want to have vision and just kind of keep looking over every 15 seconds. I'm kind of counting in my head. I'm like 10, 9, 8, 7. I'm like, all right, let's check and see what's going on. Because and really the reason I do that is Deepu, really. Because I felt like he sharply Spaghettio.
Yeah.
He's sharply like, oh, he doesn't really have much, and then I'll let too much time go by, and my game's done. So,
Now it's cool just to see how you guys think, because we try to guess. We're casters here, Hyper Turtle, and we're like, I wonder what they're thinking, what they're planning. So that's why we kind of ask afterwards these possibly like dumb questions, like why'd you do that, And for us, we're like, oh, okay, that makes perfect sense, So Hyper Turtle, one more question in terms of switching to Protoss. Did you feel like you were a little off as Protoss as you were playing Zerg, or that wasn't a factor?
I was pretty off, especially with taking the first Nexus. I practiced a little bit, a few days ago, but my practice time today, I tried to log in, and it wouldn't let me.
Yeah, they kind of threw you off too. And this reminds me of the Hurt in Time game set where he's like, you know what? I'm not going to win with Bio. I'm going to try this mech build that I haven't tried in 3 years. And boom, he was off. I think you were better off doing your old stuff, even though you hate Roach versus Roach. Which, ironically, Casper claimed he doesn't play Roaches.
I've actually noticed that a lot of the FSL people don't bother with Roaches,
I actually try to avoid Roaches even in ZVZ.
Yeah. Got it.
It doesn't usually work out, but when I heard you said you didn't want to do ZVC, I was like, oh, okay, that's it's a little bit calming, actually.
So it's going to be back to Zerg when I'm accompanying War Bunnies. If
There you go. Good luck to you guys.
if I still can't get my account fixed by then, I'll use my wife's account since I know it's not a software issue.
Yeah.
So.
Well, good luck to you and Blizzard support. You'll need it. And all right.
But
Well, Seb, you got
you
any
gotta
question?
you gotta rescue that account. You have a lot of achievement points on that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm about a third of the way to unlocking all the portraits. So.
Yeah, you know, it's a lot of work.
But I'm sure I'll get it back since I've not even the account. It's the account in respect to StarCraft 2, which I can't imagine how that would work. But I'll leave it to them.
Well, good games. And
Anyway.
now you can focus on your 2v2 games.
That's the plan.
And that's the plan. So, in the meantime, Casper wins that game, so he gets the 3rd seed, which means he is slated to play against Spaghettio in the playoffs. While Little Reaper is jumping up and down, I'm sure, somewhere near in his chair, he can do it on top of his chair. He's playing the Archaic first.
Is that all here now in the playoffs? Oh, there it is. You haven't filled it up yet, but I guess we will see that. I'm showing.
Yeah, if you look at the schedule, not there, but if you look at the schedule itself, we have the Code A pretty much locked in. No, so not there, but if you go to the very left tab of the schedule, which actually shows the games. Yeah, if you scroll down, then you have, there it is, on the right. Those are our matchups.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. And it's pretty much there. So the Casper, good luck on your game against Spaghettio. And Little Reaper is going to be facing the Archaic.
And then 2v2, good luck to you, Hyper Turtle.
Yeah, so... Yeah, I think we can fill in the number 2 slot there for War Bunnies for the number 2. And we're just going to be waiting for the 3 and 4th slot. And then we'll go from there.
Well, guys, that'll do it. We'll see you on Friday for the next matches, right?
Yeah, Friday is another packed schedule.
Yeah.
We're going to be finalizing our 2v2s and also Code B. And the very important Mizel game, because a lot of people are waiting for that.
Mizel Neutrophil. So
that's right.
That would be really interesting. Mizel could still win that because Neutrophil is random. So there you go.
That's right.
All right, guys, that'll do it for FSL tonight. I hope you guys catch us on Friday, and we'll see you guys later.
Good games.
GG's, guys.
All right. Later.
Later, guys.
Cannot wait.